Hello everyone and welcome to the next session of the Lodge at Endsmeet. So, we're going to pick up right where we left off, but before we get into that, I'd love a recap from one of our players. Who here is hungry for an inspiration?
There wasn't actually much that happened last session.
I can do it if no one else wants to, but I did it last time.
I can also do it, but I did it last time. So
There
you can
isn't
go
much
ahead.
that happened last session,
I'll-
says the
I'll
man
do
who
it. I
can
fucking
do it.
died during
Yeah,
the
let
session.
Simic do it. Let him.
Simic,
Wait,
do it. No, Simic, go.
I just heard Dude say he wanted to do it.
I remember everything now. It
Go
all
ahead.
just came to me.
Go ahead.
Okay.
All coming back to me.
We started off last session. The group has made it back to the Team No Boat has made it back to town, correct? We, Team Boat, have encountered the giant footsteps of a. Remind me on the name of the dinosaur. It starts with a C. Courser. Shelby told us to hide. The Courser did wind up smelling Neo, and that is where we started the session. Did not go good right off the bat. End of last session, he called lightning on it, so there was no chance of getting away from it after that. It started off with him being attacked, and he got grabbed. He got swiped at.
He tried to burrow.
Yes,
Yeah, he tried to
he
bail,
did
but-
try to burrow. He turned into a badger, tried to burrow, and he
It had
got
reach.
scooped
like a
out
10-foot
from under the
reach.
ground once he went out of the range.
Mm-hmm.
Then it started to. Artie did try to help. Okay, he did a silvery barbs. Did not work, and he got the attention of it. After that, Velen did pop out her wings, and she tried to help as well. Not too much avail. She did try to get close to it, did not cover the range after the Courser charged Artie with Neo in its mouth. And then she attempted to get close into a healing word. He took a bite, went down, healing word, back up. Then Shelby tried to do a sleeping gaze. It failed. It just shrugged it off. Artie, Vortex warped about 90 feet away and started booking it because he just heard Shelby yelling run. Shelby got very upset at us because Velen used her best judgment and continued to try to come after the Courser to help Neo. Even after Neo was viciously bitten in half and killed for instant death.
With a sexy natural 20 on that
With
Courser's
a
bite.
sexy natural 20 for 81 damage.
Ooh, yeah.
81 damage. Bit in half. Neo's last words as he was getting bit in half was, I hope I give you indigestion. Even though he died, Velen continued on her pursuit of distracting the Courser as she's getting yelled at by Shelby. She continues to try to get within range of it, doesn't fly too far away, so it still was in attack range. Shelby finally distracted the Courser, and Velen attempted to take an opportunity attack as it left range. Luckily, it missed. Pretty sure Velen continued on even after it was running away to try to help Shelby, and Shelby just kept yelling, "Run! I'm faster! I got this!" Velen sucked up her pride, and after that, she did
said a prayer.
I think that was after. She heard the yell of Shelby. Then, as she was going, she said a prayer to her God. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what the prayer was. If you want to
She was basically like, what do I do now? Like,
yeah, what do I do
what
now?
direction do I go in? And he said, go back to the beginning.
Go back to the beginning. Okay. She wants to make it back. Artie makes it back to town first. Tells the group what happened after jumping through a window, all bloodied and muddy. The group decides to go on a hunt to look for Velen. Shortly after Velen does arrive, they all convene and meet up back into the town, and they decide to go meet at the Ends Watch. Solite, and they pretty much give a full breakdown to Solite and Old Knuckle of what has happened with not only the Courser, but as well as what the Team No Boat has encountered with
Tree gates.
Vera's friend, was her name Cassandra or something?
Yeah, the bear.
The bear lady. And they give a full breakdown. After that, they did wind up going back to the house, and we slept inside for the first time in a while. We all started. I don't think we all did, but we all started drinking a little bit. Artie was working on some stuff, trying to figure out what the glass piece was, to no avail. A couple people had a little touchy heart-to-heart. Shelby came through eventually, and glad to see she was alive. But they tried to warn Velen, and Velen took it like a champ and said, "I'm gonna own up to what I did." And Shelby was pissed. And Velen took it on the chin like a champ. Lo and behold, we wind up making a shrine. What is the little gauntlet thing? A brazier for the axe of Jericho that was placed over the mantle of the bar with a brazier of lightning fire.
Yeah. A
Lightning
little touch
fire?
for Neo.
Yep. So a little
Continual
shout out
flame,
to
flame.
every one of Simic's characters.
Can't wait to put Essa up there too.
Just a pair of snakeskin boots.
Oh god.
Oh.
Artie will be wearing those soon. Don't worry.
Too soon? Okay, sorry.
I'm not
So,
even dead yet.
People got a little lit up, a couple more than others, and we woke up to a caravan coming through town again. It was our homie that does the tattoos. Snake Woman walked off and told
Snake Man.
Artie.
The dude.
Snake Man.
Echo
Snake
said she
Man.
once.
Yes, and it just stuck. Instant.
Sorry.
I apologize.
I read the name and
Snake,
thought it was female.
Snake Man. Oh ho ho. Wind up coming up and pretty much proposing that he was looking for a dragon. And Artie got really excited and decided to replace Neo super quickly with his new friend Essa.
Neo who?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
That's the gist of it, right? Did I miss
That's where
anything?
we are at. The last thing that happened is Claudia got a copy of Jericho's tattoo on her back.
Yeah.
Not the
Without
exact
the
same
bonus.
tattoo. It doesn't have magical
Right.
ink because it was too expensive. But you do have the image that Jericho had
Mhm.
inscribed upon your back. Now, as we resume, Dooch, you've earned a point of inspiration. Well done. Let me pull up the map. As you are all in the town center, as this caravan for Durden the Illustrator is set up and customers are approaching, getting new ink supplied. I have posted a list of all the tattoos that are available, and if you have an idea for another sort of tattoo, you can totally suggest one. Durden is a cooperative sort of artist. As we look in on Claudia, having her back maybe a little painfully inscribed, what all are you doing?
I have a quick question for you.
Okay.
Remember that thing I told you I wanted to make with the crossbow bolt thing and the other thing?
Mm-hmm.
How much banacite would that be, like, worth? It's not something crazy, right? It's not gonna be like an excessive amount, because this is gonna determine whether I do attempt to go.
Let
to
me
start
read
making-
over what you talked to me about real quick again.
I think Essa wanted a tattoo.
Yes, I did. I was just gonna see
And that's got
like,
gold.
if we could just say Essa got it at some point on the way here.
I can give you a quick breakdown in office if you want.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I know how much it would be. As depending on the tattoo.
It was
Which one?
for expertise and investigation.
Okay.
You
That
have that.
yes, that is a 300 gold tattoo. If that is what you'd like, then yes, you have that tattoo, and it is as described at minimum. You can have any other artwork added to that tattoo, but at a minimum, Essa has 2 small eyes like slits at the corners of each of his eyes.
Fucking 4 eyes.
Damn
Haha,
straight.
4 eyes.
It is
Wizard
what it
dork.
is.
You can't hurt S's feelings with name calling. Impossible.
Impossible.
He can't hear me. He's a character.
What you wanted to make, Dooch, that is going to require about 90 gold worth of Banasite.
Perfect. And I probably have the remainder of the materials to actually make it. Yeah. Okay.
So, at the moment, as this illustrator is here, and there is no immediate sign of danger on the horizon, despite the tensions going on around Endsmeet, you all have some downtime.
I would like to have Tess practice with her whip and also check on her shrine.
Okay. You practice with the fragile whip.
I'm going to kind of go up close to Claudia without the other group hearing. Claudia,
Yeah?
I need a favor.
Okay.
I wanted to make something for somebody in the group, but I'm just a little short on cash.
Sure.
Yeah.
How much do you need?
I mean, just like 30 gold at most. I can pay you back.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
She'll take out like amount of coin. Luckily, it's not in silver, and she'll give you 30 gold pieces.
Yeah, 30 gold's perfect. Okay, cool. Guys, I'm gonna be right back, and I'm gonna make my way over to Nazik's.
Nazik's, okay.
Fan favorite.
Okay. Before we get to that, Tess, you notice that the tree, the small little sapling that you've planted, it's now grown up to be, it's spindly, it's very thin, but it's about the height of your knee.
Hey, little tree. Blessings on you. I'm gonna feed it a little bit of regular water, a little bit of holy water.
Aw.
Say a little prayer for its growth.
Okay.
No prayer for you.
Roll me a wisdom plus proficiency check for the efficiency of that prayer.
Okay. With a plus proficiency. What's that? That's sorry.
No worries.
18.
Okay. As you say the prayer over the small sapling, you feel heard. Before we jump to Nazik's, Gideon, is there anything that you're doing?
I want to look for the mayor, or go ask Junior if I think he knows where the mayor would be.
Well, the most obvious place that the mayor typically is actually over at the
City Hall.
outpost.
Okay. And his name is Nod, right?
Yes.
Nod the mayor? Okay.
Nod Graham, as he's been introduced to you before. Excuse me.
I'm not the mayor.
As you head down to the outpost, Claudia, is there anything that you're doing?
I wanted to talk to Tess, but she left.
Okay, well, then.
Oh no, I can be running around. Probably doesn't take me that long to do my stuff.
Okay, well, sure. Like at some point, while we're still together, and I'm still getting tatted. Claudia would say,
Sure.
I think I remember you saying you could, like, send a message to people, like, Slighted.
I can. It's probably better that I only do one of those today, because I always want to have some juice left in case we need it for you. But yeah, I can do that.
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just thinking you could message Vera.
I could.
You've met her. See
I
if
have-
she's in trouble.
I could. She doesn't like me much. I could try. I mean, I think Solite did say that she might have a better relationship with her.
I don't think that's entirely true. They've been ostensibly at war for a while.
Yeah.
I know she said that she was considering reaching out, but I just can't let go of the fact that I think that she's in trouble, and I don't think she could be very picky about who's helping her right now.
Okay. Well,
It's really up to you. I can't do it, so it was a thought I had.
No, I think it's a good idea, but I think we should all talk about what that message should say.
Okay.
Because it's not going to be very long.
Sure.
So how about you think about it, and I'll think about it, and we'll maybe talk to some folks, and then we'll come up with something, okay?
Okay. That's all I want to say.
While that discussion and consideration is happening, Essa, is there anything you'd like to do?
Nope. Essa's just gonna sit here listening to everyone talk and see how the group interacts with each other.
Okay. Then, Dooch, we jump to you first as you head to Nazik's, the outsider's witness. As you enter the store, as always, it is as mysterious and enigmatic as ever before. You see there are a few customers from the town milling about in here. It looks as though they are purchasing maybe supplies or even weapons. But as you enter, Nazik looks to you and he says, good morning, my tall friend. How can I help you?
Take my bag off, put it on, and I stand up on it in the car. You know, after everything I've been through, I'm feeling quite tall today. I needed a little reinvigoration. I want to do something good for one of our friends, especially with everything going on. I want to help them be a little more prepared. You got some more of that Banasite?
I do keep a supply. How much do you require?
Okay. I need about 90 gold worth of Banasite. Do you have any scrap leathers and even maybe some lead? Like even just like a sheet of lead, something I apply more that I don't need like an abundance. I just need a small amount. I want to line something with it.
I believe you would have better luck speaking with Mr. Tarley for specifically lead, as well as the leather scraps. Banasite, however, that is easy. And he reaches underneath the counter, pulls out a wooden crate, and begins sifting out scoops of Banasite into a pouch. After a moment, he sets the pouch in front of you and he says, 90 gold pieces as requested.
Take out 1 platinum and 80 gold.
Okay.
And I give it to him. Zeke, I think one day maybe we could be friends.
I thought we were already friends.
You can't get to me that quickly, you know?
Hard to get.
Very well, you have a pleasant day, and I shall look up to you next time you enter.
Likewise. I see what you did there. I give him like a half a second of a sly look and then a quick little smile afterwards, just to confuse him.
He winks at you.
Love it. Okay. Take my backpack on, put it back on, and I run over to Tarley's.
Okay. As you head over to Tarley's, Gideon, you arrive at the outpost. As always, it is kind of a mess. The small foyer, with basically is a narrow hallway that a pedestal is set up in to handle the town's affairs, has a young halfling woman behind it, and she looks up at you and says, "Good morning. How can we help you? Do you have some matters of property?"
Well, actually, I was just wanting to talk to the mayor if he's in and free.
Let me go look. You wait here. And she scurries around the hallway and then around the corner. There is some muffled conversation, and then she appears at the end of the hall and waves to you.
I will mosey on down.
Okay. She kind of squeezes past you back to the pedestal, just sorry, making her way back to the front. And the hallway is narrow. This looks like it was once maybe a farmhouse that's been converted into an official building. And as you round the corner at the end of the hall, you see that there is, well, a door closed to the left and then a door on the right that opens up into a small office. And as you set foot, you are fairly certain that Nod hears you, and you hear him say, "Come in."
Thank you. You don't have trouble with that hallway? It's a little narrow.
Of course I do, but I can't. It's what we have. It's what we work with. What we've got.
I hear you. I hear you. I wanted to come and talk to you for a minute, just based on a conversation I'd had with Drenyer.
Right.
Now, I figure me and a group of people been here in town for a little while now, working with the Ends Watch, doing some jobs.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you have a seat?
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
To
sure.
Lumen. Right. And you see that Nod sips a cup, and he looks at you and says, "Would you like some clava?"
Glava.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know what that is?
Has Gideon been out of our bar much?
No, I would say.
Okay, roll me a history. DC's high.
Awesome.
Is this the Amaranth version of Kava?
No.
Good.
You have no idea what clava is.
Yeah, I'll try some. Figure if he's drinking it this early, it can't be.
He picks up a tin, like a carafe, and he sets out another mug and pours it. It smells richly of vanilla, with a hint of, it smells like maybe hazel. And then as he pushes the cup towards you, it looks like coffee if coffee was a little bit more opaque and lighter brown.
Turkish coffee. Looks amazing.
A little bit like that, yeah.
Hey.
When you taste it, it does not have the bitterness of coffee. It goes down very smooth. It tastes of vanilla, but it's mellow, not overpowering. And you feel an immediate jolt, as if warmth courses through you. If you finish the cup, you gain advantage on initiative checks for the next hour.
Hey. For the hour, I'm gonna have to go pick a fight with somebody in the party.
Yep, just go start a fight.
Oh, that's delightful. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, so...
Oh, my sister died. Oh, there she is.
She might be back.
Heimdall turned airplane mode on,
Mm-hmm.
He's a smart cat.
Anyway,
but
go on,
trying
Gideon.
camera to work again. Because it's now saying no video device, but carry on.
I know, a small town out here, and people are stretched thin, but I did think Junior had said something about maybe looking into setting us up with a slightly more permanent place to stay if something became available. Just wanted to talk to you about that.
We'd been mulling it over.
Yeah.
I was kind of gearing up to ask what y'all's plans were as far as sticking to Endsmeet. If y'all didn't have any plans on leaving, we have an old house that has not been lived in for a while that's available.
Oh. To be honest, I don't think I talked it over with everybody. I don't want to speak for them. I know certainly poor Claudia doesn't have anywhere else to go, but for myself, there's no reason you would know this, but I've been looking for my nieces that went missing a while ago after my brother died, and I found a lead on one of them here in the area, so I thought, if I can get her out of the situation she's in, I'd want her to have some place to stay that wasn't a tent behind a lodge house.
Right. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. The house is a bit of a fixer-upper. It hasn't been lived in for about a year.
That's all right. I'm not allergic to hard work.
No, which is really why we'd talked about it in the first place. Your group, Wildhearts, as I hear you're called, as an adventuring party, correct?
Oh yeah, you could call us that.
Well, I don't see any harm in at least extending the olive branch. And he opens a drawer, and there's some rustling, and you can hear the sound of like a wooden box opening and some metal being clattered around, and he pulls out a key, and he sets it on the desk, and he says, "Down off the main stretch, behind Tarley General, you'll see off the long road, there is a house that looks like it needs a little bit of upkeep. 101 Portford Avenue is the address. That's the
Alright.
house."
Wow, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thought we would just talk about it a little bit. That's wonderful.
Well,
Oh,
we've
cool.
been talking about it for the last couple days, and frankly, I feel incentivized to keep your little group here.
They haven't felt too adventurous the last few days, but I think it's safe to say we're all somewhat invested in the goings-on around here.
Well, to be frank with you, aside from you, all I have keeping the town safe is Select, Old Knuckle, and any ragtag vagrants they can find that keep, well, my people safe.
We work with what we got, right?
Yes, we do. And at the moment, I have you. So, consider this an investment. Anything you find in the house is yours. It hasn't really been gone through.
All right, thank you. Yeah, we'll take a look at it, see if we can figure out what it needs to be livable, and...
A roof, I think, is a big one.
All right.
Was there be anything else there, Gideon?
No, that's all I needed, sir. Thank you.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
He will finish the kava quickly.
Kalava.
Kalava.
Yes.
Gideon got us a house.
Delicious.
Daddy's putting a roof over our head.
You have a
Well,
ring with two
technically,
keys.
not
on
yet.
It has a roof. It's just, you'll see.
Not a great one. Good thing we're
Okay.
right next to Tarley.
Echo, this one or this one?
This one.
Oh,
Look at our
okay. I
yard,
like that.
guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're kind of got a little space. Okay.
We have a little yard.
Are the keys the same? Like 2 keys for the door?
Yeah, they're identical.
You've
They
been up
look
in the world.
tarnished, but they
Oh, that's fine.
look like they'll function as keys.
Gideon will get up and
We're like right behind both of the shops.
nod his head and amble on out of there and go back to find Claudia.
Cut through our own backyard to get to these shops.
I'm
Is
gonna
she
build
still
a
getting
bridge to Tarley.
tattooed?
You could just walk.
Over what?
You,
Riley's gonna be so delighted.
there's it's ground. There's no water. You don't need a bridge.
Tarley's gonna wake up in the middle of the night to you at his back window like, hey,
Bridges
got a couple
are
of things.
fun, though. They make it feel adventurous.
Okay, do what you gotta do.
douche what you gotta douche.
Do what you gotta do. All right. Anyway, we jump back to Artie. You declared that you were going to the general store.
Mhm.
Now,
Make it quick.
you don't need to roleplay this out if you say you just want to buy these specific things, or we can if you'd like to.
Tarley, you're my favorite person to see, but I gotta make this quick. I got a lot of things to do today.
Right. What you need?
I just need a thin sheet of lead, as thin as lead could possibly be, and some leather, enough to make a quiver.
Right. What's the? Okay. And Tarley goes.
I'm gonna make a quiver, and I'm gonna line it with lead because I'm gonna have some magical shit in there.
All right. So how big, maybe? You know.
Just for crossbow bolts. Don't even need to be a full archer one. Maybe about two. About 2 feet of leather.
2 feet square.
Yep.
All right. And Tarley goes in the back, and then moments later comes out with a roll of what looks like deer leather, and a sheet of lead that's in between 2 slats of parchment. And he sets that on the counter with a and the leather, and he says, "I'll be about." 3 silver.
I give him a gold.
He gives you 7 silver back.
I give it back. Charlie,
No, nobody wants your
just,
extra money.
just for that smile. Here. That's for me. I haven't seen you in a while. I've been quite busy, and it's...
All right, I'll take a tip. And he takes the coin.
It's been quite busy, and not as much as I would like it to be.
Well, business has been booming here as well. Lots of townsfolk coming by, purchasing up what spare weapons we have. Next time you see a trader coming through, will you send them my way? We need to restock.
Yeah, gotcha. 100% will. If there's anybody who wants to arm themselves and might not have the coin, I know you don't want anybody stepping on your business, but I did donate a bunch of weapons to the Ends Watch. So any of the less fortunate that want to help out, if you want to point them in that direction.
Well, that hardly seems profitable, but I will certainly
I
do
know.
that if
I know, I'm
it
just
comes
saying.
to it.
Gotta help out where you can.
Aye. Pleasure doing business with you, as always,
You as well.
Artie.
I love you, bye. And I run out.
He just kind of dismisses that interaction, as every interaction he's ever had with Artie is unusual. Artie, you have the supplies you need. Claudia, your tattoo is finished, and you and Tess have been discussing this message. While that's happening, Essa, roll me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Perceptione. 15.
A little girl with red hair has been staring at you for the last 10 minutes.
I'll kind of look at her, and I'll do the little weird snake movement with my body and like twist it as I look at her, and I go, "Hello."
You see she kind of shyly looks at you doing this movement, and she seems to smile a little bit, and she just says, "Hi."
And what can I do for you?
I've never seen you are, what? Hi, I'm Darlene.
Hello, Darlene. I'm Essa.
Where are you from?
Uh,
Where did you
from
come
a-
from?
I come from a far, far away place. I'm traveling looking for dragons.
Huh. There's a big one out in the forest. I hear stories about it all the time.
Oh, really? I'm interested in that one. What kind of stories do you have?
That it's big and mean, and it'll tell you secrets to make you think that it's your friend.
Good to know.
Are you like... I see lots of little snakes. Do they grow like you?
No, little one, they do not. I am a special kind of snake.
You see an old man emerges from the bookstore and says, "Darlene, come on, you leave the traveler alone. And she like kind of heads on over, and he says, "I'm sorry about that, Mr."
No, it's all right. I'm Essa.
It's a pleasure. Come on, Darlene, come on. And we got things to do. I'm sorry that she's bothered you. And they begin making their way down the road. And she just keeps looking back over her shoulder at you. Can you what?
Can I tell if like he's genuinely sorry, or if he's like, get the fuck away from the weird snake?
Roll an insight check.
Away from the snake man.
Is he racist?
Yeah, roll an insight.
Oh, 13.
He looks genuinely sorry.
Okay.
He doesn't look like he's like, ugh.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
I think at first, with a 13 insight check, when he first saw you, he was surprised. But I don't think there's any animosity there.
Gotcha.
The 13. As the little girl is shepherded away by the old man, you notice a lot of other townsfolk are looking at you, and you seem to have maybe passed a sleight of test.
Good job not being an asshole to a little girl.
Yes, well done.
Get the bare minimum.
You did it.
Bare minimum of being nice.
Sometimes
I was
that's all it
gonna do
takes.
some cool magic, but the old man had to come out.
All right.
Yeah.
Claudia and Tess, you have a message that you've been working on. Is it ready, or shall I continue stalling?
Well, I think we like. I have something, but I don't think Tess would want to send it before she got the okay from everybody.
Yeah, like at least a consensus from the main
I see. members
of the group.
Okay. Then before we dive
So
to
Gideon's
that,
coming back, and
before we get
Artie's
there,
ran to his tent.
you ran by everybody who's kind of loitering around in the
Meow.
crossroads. Velen, what are you doing?
Velen is lying in the grass behind the lodge, attempting to meditate away her hangover. He's not doing
Okay.
anything interesting. Sorry. I know you were
It's
trying
fine.
to get more...
I think the party, for the most part, is in the general vicinity where a conversation can happen. So I'm just going to DM hand nudge you all along.
okay. Oh wow, we're together now.
Not directly together, but maybe there is a moment where Artie has his arms full of supplies and Velen is literally 30 feet over there and Gideon has returned.
If that's the case, after the conversation, Essa's gonna follow Artie.
Oh. Okay. You have kind of gathered here at the crossroads near the Cedarkin Lodge, as Durden the Illustrator continues supplying customers with various works of art. It's your show.
So, Claudia had the idea that I should try to reach out to Vera.
It's great if she's conscious.
Wasn't
That's
so light doing that? She said she
That
was
was
going
what
to do
I-
that in the morning.
what I said.
I mean, I got a little bit of things I got to do, but maybe go check with Solite first, because I think she was going to do that too.
Yeah, like what would we say to Vera?
Need help?
Are we gonna help Vera?
Who's this Vera?
Oh, hi, Essa. Somebody help me up.
Yep, I gotcha. Come here.
Okay. Velen will use the lever that Tess offers to haul herself up, like... Alright, I'm here. I'm awake. I am not gonna throw up.
Well, that's good.
Gideon, Cassandra made it very clear that Vera was one of the reasons why the Shrine Haven hadn't been attacked yet.
Yeah, but
And if I am remembering correctly, she's also a proponent in your niece being safe.
Gideon kind of makes a face, like he doesn't really appreciate that line of talk.
Here's the thing.
I mean, safe is a relative word, isn't it?
I
What's
don't
the thing?
trust Vera as far as I could throw her, but she's not Raynor.
Essa, you remember that war we told you about between the lycanthropes?
Yes.
Well, it's been going on for a while, and until here recently, Vera was the leader of the one that was attacking and opposing the more friendly ones that we are allied with here in the town. Now, she had a second in command, some man named Raynor, who apparently didn't like that she wasn't as extreme as he wanted to be. And so now he's kind of...
I see.
So we got 3 factions to deal with. Vera is kind of the lesser of the 2 evils, but still not perhaps the most trustworthy of folk. Definitely better than the alternative.
I see. Okay.
Lesser of two evils does not make the lesser not evil.
Yeah, that's
But-
what I'm saying.
But the enemy of my enemy. So you got a little bit of a contradicting, cliches here.
Well, I
With
don't
that
know
being
why.
said,
No, you go ahead.
with that being said, I do think we have to keep her at arm's length, but our mission is not to save Vera. Our mission
Well,
is to help the people of town. And if we can
yeah.
use Vera to do that, by all means, but our sole goal is not to save Vera.
I mean, it depends on what Light gets from her, right? Like,
Mhm.
none of us are the leaders of the Endswatch here.
It's
I mean,
true.
I might be soon, but not yet.
Well, not yet, though.
Claudia, there must be a reason though why you want me to do this instead of her. What's that reasoning about?
I just feel like our dynamic with Vera and the Ends Watch is different.
I think maybe you think your dynamic is different, but the rest of us, it's pretty complicated.
I guess.
I know that you have a very different relationship with her than many of the rest of us do, considering that you're kin in some ways.
In Claudia's defense, she could have easily killed me when I went off on my own to talk to her. I mean, it's a tough subject.
It is. I'm not saying that I'm necessarily against her. What I'm saying is I'm maybe not the best messenger.
You're
Yeah,
just the
I
only
don't-
one who can do it.
No, Light can do it and said she would do it. Now, my thinking is this. I'm not opposed to helping Vera if that's what we're going to do, but no offense to anyone here, we're new to this whole conflict. We don't know that much about Vera. So it makes sense to defer, at least somewhat, to the people who have more skin in the game, have been here longer.
That's my thought too. And also, Claudia, granted, we've got Targon on our side too. It's not like I'm the only one that can do this spell, but I can only do this spell twice. This remove curse spell, if somebody gets afflicted by lycanthropy, I can help with that twice. And that's it. And my sending spell is about the same amount of energy. So it's got to be real important.
I
And
understand.
if we have an alternative, I'd rather use the alternative. If we can.
I think I was feeling impatient, but you're right.
I understand. Oh, by the way, I got us a house.
What? You what?
You just bought us a house? Can you buy me
Went
a
to the
tattoo if you got house
store,
money?
And
Wow.
I just bought a
I
house.
didn't buy it. I went and talked to the mayor because I had heard Junior saying he was talking about wanting to keep us around because we've been good for the town. And he told me when I was there, other than Light and Old Knuckle, he's relying on us to keep these people safe.
Wait, you got a house now? We can go to the house? I don't have to go build this shit in my tent?
Yes.
That's so rude.
All right, let's go.
Actually,
He did say it needs some work.
I feel so
but
rude by that.
That's literally Artie's favorite word.
Yeah, I got this. I just got to build something first, and then I'll gladly go ahead and do that.
But Gideon
What you
looked
working on, Artie?
It's a secret. I'll tell you when I'm done.
Okay.
Gideon
That
kind of
is-
looks at Claudia for a minute, and he says, I understand, that, that's a connection that you feel to Vera. She helped your brother, and I know that means a lot to you. But, darling, you don't have to reach so hard for somewhere to belong. Maybe it's right here in front of you.
You're right.
Want to go see this house?
That's fucking heartwarming.
Well, all right, all right.
No, I mean it.
Gideon blushes.
Sincere face. But honestly, it's really sobering to think that we're what's keeping this place safe. I mean, we've been here for 5 minutes.
Well, we're a part of it, at least. Yeah. And
So
it might not feel like we're doing so good at keeping people safe right now, but
yeah,
we're doing better than we're not doing. So
we're trying.
yeah,
Darlene's alive. That's good news.
that is good news.
That is good news.
You mean the little redhead?
Yeah.
That's the little girl. We helped her a couple days
Yeah.
ago.
She's a wolf.
Pretty. It's kind of on the
Interesting.
person's terms to let that be a thing that people know.
He's a snake. Okay? I don't think he's gonna be creeped out by a wolf person, okay?
It's being a lycanthrope and being sorry, Asa,
90%
whatever
of
you
the
are,
town is
they're not the same
werewolf.
thing.
Okay?
I don't also
I
don't think
feel
that's
like
true.
everybody here is just secretly a werewolf, and
don't
I'm
think
just
that-
like
I
the
don't think
only
that's
one
true.
that's not. There's a
That's
good
not-
chance. It's a valid.
I'm
valid
also
chance.
a werewolf.
No,
Yeah,
you're not.
you're a weresnake.
Yes.
Give it time, Marty. I'm sure you'll become a Lycan.
Mm.
Let's Essa,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
welcome too. Come on.
Well,
We're
he
gonna have
agreed to
a-
help us.
We're gonna have a housewarming party, and you're invited.
It's gonna be a
I'm
session.
going to pick my
Damn it.
room, and I start running off.
So
What if there's
Pick
not
your
enough
room.
rooms?
Random direction.
He
We don't
doesn't
even know
where
where
it
our
is.
room-
has no idea.
He doesn't
He
even
has
know
no
where
idea
the
what
hell
ours
it is.
is.
I go 3, so that would be left. I go start running down this road.
All right, bye, Artie.
And then I notice the group's not following, and I fall back.
Where is it?
Sorry.
It's right behind Tarley's, actually. I know Artie will love that.
Oh, we're about to be
Oh,
neighbors.
Charlie'll love that.
Neighbors.
Ben's
As
gonna have
I
a nervous
pass-
breakdown in a week.
As I pass by the door, I open his door, and Tarley, we're now neighbors! And I shut it, and don't give him a chance to respond.
Charlie's just like, what is happening right
You
now?
hear the sound of what sounds like a pot crashing as you shut the door.
Oh.
That's all
Either
you hear.
surprised or devastated.
I'm gonna unlock
Or
the
both.
door and let people in.
So I don't have a map built of this house
Oh,
yet
that's
because
okay.
I'm waiting for you all to have it, and you'll describe what you're,
mhm.
where you're going to be staying and what your rooms are going to be.
That'll
But
be-
the house, calm down, sir. Goodness gracious. Yes, it does have a root cellar, is what it has. It is a 2-story building. It is a 1-story building with a loft. It's fairly big, but what you all notice immediately is that it is worse for wear. It's going to require some repairs before it is truly livable. There are certain walls that you can actually see open air through. The roof looks mostly solid, but on the southeastern side of the building, the thatch has torn away, and there is water that has rained into the building and damaged the floor in one of the rooms. But many of the furnishings that were in this building, the hardwood tables and chairs and what looks like a wide bench that's next to a fireplace, they're all fairly intact, if a little bit aged and seasoned. There are no actual mattresses in this house, but there are bed frames upon which furnishings could be placed. It's not a bad start, but it is definitely going to require some tender, loving care.
All right.
I call the basement.
To live?
Mm-hmm.
How
It's-
many bedrooms are there, Echo? First of all.
There are, 4 rooms that could be qualified as bedrooms. And then a kitchen, a dining room, and what looks like a den or a sitting room. The root
There's a
cellar
loft?
is... Yes, there is a loft.
Attached root cellar?
Yeah, it's underneath the kitchen.
Okay.
So you go down into it, and it's a compact room filled with shelves.
Mm-hmm. That's perfect.
There's no potatoes currently in the root cellar, right?
No, it's empty of
Okay.
food. There
my
are
God.
some... What looks like you find a mouse down there. Anybody who wants to search any part of the house can roll an investigation.
I want to look at
Yes,
the
I
loft.
want to.
I want to
search
interrogate
through
the
this
mouse.
house.
I rolled a 30. I searched
Did Essa wants to
I
eat the
searched-
mouse?
everything.
No, I want to talk to it.
Damn, I only rolled a 17.
Can I sniff around the
Damn.
loft?
Oh, you find a mouse? I'll cast animal friendship on the mouse.
Hold on. Goodness gracious. I've heard that there's an interrogation of the mouse happening. Someone wants to talk to the mouse. Someone wants to search the loft. Someone wants to smell around the loft.
I'm both of those.
Okay. We're gonna roll initiative
Okay.
for an order of how you
Roll
all
initiative for
explore this
order of
house.
operations on a mouse.
No, I get advantage from
I
Clava.
search
That's not
everything
fair.
first.
I also
true.
get advantage.
With my 21 and 30, I search everything before everybody.
That's,
Okay.
that's not how that works.
I know.
I don't
Ah.
actually.
There goes a nat 20 on initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
You technically search everything before anybody.
Well,
If
if
that's
I
how
find
that
the
works.
mouse,
would've
I'm
just looked at the
casting.
mouse.
Yeah, I'm casting animal friendship on this mouse.
Okay. I shouldn't have said anything.
No, not at all.
I go like, why did I give them a mouse?
I forget.
What did I do? What have I
It's not
done?
my pet mouse.
Better do
They
it
have
all
to make
night,
a mouse
actually.
voice.
Essa, you are first. As you enter this house, the door unlocked by Gideon and opens wide with a creak. You step out. Well, you slither. You move
Slither, yeah.
into a den.
Jimmy.
You see that there is a wide bench. What do? Aside from the wide bench, there's a lot more in here, but
Well, I rolled a 17 investigation, just looking around to see anything interesting in the house.
okay. You see that there are lots of old tools that have been set aside. There's a fireplace that is, well, not equipped, but has the instruments you'd expect along with a fireplace: wrought iron, pokers, and tongs, and those sorts of things. You see there is actually a rack in the fireplace that looks like it was used for maybe some light smithing work or soldering, those sorts of things. You see that in the next room, the kitchen is well furnished. Roll me a D100.
$36.
The kitchen is plumbed,
Ooh.
so this house has running water.
Oh,
Oh, hell yeah!
Fancy. Fancy.
There is a pair of wall sconces in here that look as though they have not been used for a very long time. But with a little bit of repair work, they might be able to illuminate the building. Those are the two things you notice first with your investigation, Essa. You do, with a 17, you happen to hear the chittering of a mouse.
I go look for it.
It's not hard to find.
Snack.
Hell yeah! And I'm casting animal friendship on this mouse.
Okay,
up.
what exactly does that spell do?
The spell lets you convince. Oh, it says a beast.
A mouse is a beast.
Okay. I convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by me for the spell's duration.
I will roll a wisdom saving throw for a mouse. What is your DC?
16.
I rolled a 4.
Hey, he's my friend.
It's a mouse.
Ronan.
Okay. So you lifted up the root cellar to look down, and you saw skittering across the dirt floor a mouse that you immediately you just reached out your hand to, and you became friends with this mouse. And instead of running in fear, the mouse kind of stopped in the middle of the cellar floor and looked up at you, and just kind of tilted its head and looks around because it's a mouse. And I'm going to say that's the end of your turn.
That's fine. I have a mouse friend.
You have a mouse friend. Artie, you followed Essa, or you didn't. It's up to you. But it's your turn.
Yes. I rolled a 30 on my investigation. I would like to search for any trap doors, trap rooms, anything hidden like that.
The mad genius who used to own this house.
You find traces of God.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
Yes.
$79. Okay. That's a thing. Roll me a D4.
Yes. Yes, sir. Oh. I don't like that.
A 1. Okay. Hold on.
Maybe I do.
Okay. With a 30, you notice that in the dining room next to the kitchen, there is an old table that is in fairly good shape. The table's dusty. There's a little bit of water damage to one side of it, but for the most part, it's a thick oak table and looks like it could withstand a building falling on it. Behind the oak table, you spot there is a painting that is on the ground and leaned up against the wall. There is kind of a canvas or tarp over it, protecting it from the elements. What do you do?
I'm gonna lift the tarp off and check out the painting.
Do you have ibuprofen in here?
No.
Damn it.
Please get the cat. Okay. When you lift the tarp, you see a painting
Already looked.
of a proud, kind of standing tall on its haunches, hound. It looks as though it is alert, and it is looking in a direction. Roll me a... Well, no, you rolled a crazy investigation. You see that in the painting, behind the image of the hound, there is a building that looks significantly like the house that you are in.
Gonna grab the painting. I'm gonna notice what he's doing. And does it look like it's like backyard or front yard?
It looks like it's the backyard of the house.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the painting. Guys, I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go out and kind of just go to where it looks like he's pointing.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to say that's your turn.
Already
Gideon, what do you do as you enter the house and you look around? Hellfrog?
Oh, hello. I muted myself instead of unmuting myself.
Oh, whoops.
I was going to say, in true dad fashion, I walk in and take stock of the hole in the roof and the water damage on the floor and just get real stressed out.
Sure.
There's not so much money to fix.
Yep.
Either money or elbow grease.
Yeah. Materials and time. I think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do is probably kind of just walk around and make a list of repairs that need
You
to be
take
done.
inventory. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Because I have what the house needs.
Oh, yeah, I am ready.
Okay. It needs... Its roof needs 4 cubic feet of thatch to repair.
Mm-hmm.
The flooring, it's all wood floor. It looks like it was just locally sourced. It's just hardwood. However, it looks like about 20 feet of floor needs to be replaced. 3 windows are broken and need to be replaced.
Mm-hmm.
And about maybe 10 feet of wall needs to be replaced. The lighting needs to be repaired. And the fireplace, the chimney needs to be at least investigated to make sure it is not going to explode. Or fill the house with smoke.
Okay.
Alright, so that's Gideon's turn, is taking stock of the house. Claudia.
Hi.
What are you doing on your turn?
She notices that there's a loft. What is the way to get upstairs? Ladder?
It is
Parkour?
it is kind of a very steep stairway. It's more like a ladder. But it's permanent and it's not hard to climb. I assume you ascend it. What do you...
Yes, she scribbles up excitedly.
Okay.
Takes stock of the space.
In the loft, you find a number of wooden trunks that are lined up against the roof on one side. One of the trunks was right near where the roof had broken, and that trunk is saturated.
Ugh.
Whatever was in it, it is not safe to investigate. It smells of mold. It smells gross. You're fairly certain you would get sick even just smelling that trunk. But there are
Like living in
4...
Western Washington.
There are 4 other trunks to investigate.
I do that.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
Okay. Nine.
9. The first trunk that you investigate looks like it's filled with old linens. They look well preserved. They are kind of wrapped in canvas and are stuffed full of mothballs, which look like many of them have been consumed by moths. But the linens themselves look perfectly fine. If a little bit old, but it wouldn't take more than just some beating out to get them back into serviceable condition. Roll me another D100.
46.
Okay. 46.
46.
Hold on. Roll me another D100.
Woo. 95. That's good, right?
Always.
In
Sounds good.
this trunk is much smaller. And when you lift it open, it looks like there is just a very long length of rope within it. And as you pull the rope out, it is tied into a noose.
Oh shit.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
You okay up there?
Yeah.
That's all that's in the trunk?
In that particular trunk, it was a lot of rope. As you hold the noose,
Uh-huh.
I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
Can I get my sniffer out so I can have advantage on that? So I
Sure. Yeah, sure. It smells like
Yay.
rope.
Whoa, rope.
And death. Oh, terrible. I'm very jarred by the presence of this fucking...
A hangman's noose, yeah.
How come I didn't show my... I rolled a terrible.
What is the
Like
terrible?
a 9. Like a 9.
Okay.
9.
Yeah, it's a noose. It looks old. The rope is in good condition, but you don't see anything special
Does
about
the loft have like a railing or a half wall that opens it up to the rest of the house, or is it like a sectioned off? Do you get what I'm saying?
it. Are you asking if it looks like someone could have hung themselves?
No, well, no, I'm not asking specifically that. I was wondering if I could like huck it over the side
Yeah.
to the...
The loft
floor.
doesn't really have like a half wall. It just has like a little minimal guard railing at the
Right,
edge
so
of the
like
loft.
a toddler should not live up here.
No, absolutely not.
But
that
like
would
a
be-
regular adult person
could
would
probably
be fine.
You can see down into the den in the dining
That's what I was
room from
wondering.
up here.
Okay, well, she's gonna push that over and be like, I found some rope.
You hanging the noose over the
I just threw the whole thing over the edge.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
this
The whole
it's
thing
like
went
an
overboard.
it's like an 80-foot very thick length of rope.
Oh.
And it has a noose tied into the end of it. Before we go to the next two trunks, I will say that's your turn. Velen,
Okay.
what are you doing?
Getting hit with the noose.
And being muted.
Yeah, I get hit with a noose and I go. And then I just want to look around and see if there are any drawers I can open. Drawers, cupboards.
In the den, there is what's kind of a large, old, wooden, like, hitch. It's got, like, the glass panels that let you see dishes inside of it, but it's empty. But there are a number of drawers underneath it, and you start pulling out drawers.
Yep, just curious to see if I can find anything. Mostly dust, I'm assuming.
Most of the drawers look either empty or full of old, just things that are, common in a house. Small, like, napkins and maybe a couple pieces of silverware. When you get to the bottom two drawers, they don't open.
Yeah, they do. All right.
They feel like they function.
I think these are locked.
Yes.
I found locked drawers.
They don't feel stuck. They feel locked. There is a difference. What do you do?
I announce that I found locked drawers, and then I get up and go look for something else to poke my nose into because I can't unlock a drawer.
Okay.
Did I get outside already?
We're getting there. It's not your turn yet. Calm down.
No, I was just because I was gonna make a comment on that if I was still
Oh,
outside.
then no. At the end of your turn, you were
Okay.
heading outside, so you're still there.
Just remind me afterwards. I got to do something real quick. I'll get it
Okay.
open.
Neat.
Tess. It's your turn. What do you do?
Tess looks kind of warily at the house. Everybody else kind of converges on it and chatters and does stuff. She kind of like hangs back and kind of tilts her head thoughtfully and doesn't go inside. But she will look kind of around the edges of the house and kind of inspect, like, is there room for a garden? Was there a garden planted? Could stuff be planted?
Roll me
What's
a
that?
nature check. The first thing that you immediately notice before rolling, all the grass is overgrown. It's reaching up to
Okay.
your knees.
12.
12. Well, where grass grows, the ground is likely fertile. And as you kind of walk around outside in the yard, you're looking around, and you do see that there are sections where the grass does not grow. And as you look down, you see that there are stones set out in like half walls where there likely was a garden. But it is overgrown, and it might take a lot of work, but a garden is certainly possible.
Cool. She'll start weeding.
Okay. It's just immediately, that's the first thing you start doing, is pulling weeds.
Yep.
Caravan kid doesn't trust a house.
Okay.
Caravan kid doesn't trust a house, but I don't know what to tell you.
It's fair enough. Back to the top. Essa, you have a mouse friend, and you're in the kitchen looking down into the root cellar.
You gonna eat that mouse?
Please don't.
He
It has so
don't.
much
I didn't
backstory.
I didn't even think about that.
he's just
Eat it.
scritching the mouse, picks it up and puts it on his shoulder. Distracted, he remembers he wanted to talk to Tess, so he'll forgo the cellar for the moment and go find Tess.
Okay, so you
the mouse
don't
following you?
see... It's on his shoulder. So as you look around the house, you see that Tess is not in here. You look outside and you see Tess over by the side of the house in waist-high grass, reaching down and pulling up bundles of weeds and grass out of this one section.
That looks like a lot of hard work.
You can reply here. It's not really initiative.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, a little something to do. Hey, you have a friend.
Yes. His name is Jeffrey.
Nevry.
Jeffrey.
Cool name. Oh, Jeffrey. That's a good name.
But I wanted to touch on something you said earlier about removing the affliction of the wolf.
Yeah, I can do that. Real new at it, but I can.
So I was thinking maybe once you're more accustomed to it, you can maybe teach me how to do it.
Oh, how to lift a curse?
Yes.
Yeah, I can try. I kind of know it a little bit intuitively, but I can try, certainly.
Yes. That seems like it would be helpful for everyone.
It would, yes, it certainly would. Around here, there are lots and lots of curses, and it's a little stressful being the only person that knows how to do it. If you want to learn, and you can, that would be most helpful.
Yes, we should look down that avenue at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that you came off that caravan, Essa. Thanks for being so personable.
Yes, but after all, we'll need everything we have for the coming adventures.
Yeah, well, I admit I don't really know much about dragons, and I'm a little wary of your quest, but certainly willing to help you once I feel like we know what we're doing about the rest of this.
As the two of you are out here having this conversation, with your decent passive perceptions, you see an individual moving down the road towards you.
Anybody that I recognize?
Roll me history.
I'm +0 history. That's not bad, though. 15?
You've seen them around town. You don't know them specifically, but you've witnessed them walking on the street, going about their business.
I'll lift my hand, say hello.
As you do, and he approaches, he says, "Well, good morning.
Good morning.
I happen to see y'all are taking residence up in the old Clarkson home."
Oh, Clarkson, huh? Is that the person that used to live here?
"Well, it was their family. It was the old sheriff back in the day."
Huh. That's interesting. They moved away?
"Sure did. Said they couldn't handle none of the nonsense going on in the woods. Drove the wife crazy's what he said."
There is a lot of nonsense.
Scary stories. I like that.
"Just wanted to welcome you to the neighborhood. Saw that you weren't sticking around the Cedarkin Lodge all the time anymore. Glad to see you're finally setting in roots."
That's the hope, anyway. Nice to meet you. I don't think I caught your name.
"Marcus.
Marcus.
Marcus Tibble."
I'm Tess. Nice to meet you.
It's
This is
a pleasure.
Essa.
It's a pleasure.
It's very nice. I'll have dinner brought over for you, just as a welcoming
Aw.
present.
We appreciate that very much. Thank you kindly.
You tell the rest of your folks that you're welcome here. We're happy to see you.
We sure will. You tell the rest of them the Wildhearts are here to protect them.
Fantastic. And Marcus seems to, tip his head and makes his way back up the road.
As he leaves, Essa will look to Tess. Do you need me to try the food for poison? Do you trust him?
He seems pretty honest to me. I can inside check him as you. I don't think Tess would though. Honestly, seems fine.
It is hard to poison me, so.
Oh, well, if you want to be our official poison taster, you go for it.
Well, I'm not volunteering per se. I'm just asking if it's a necessity or not.
On your shoulder, you feel the mouse walk in small circles and then go to sleep.
Oh, Jeffrey. You're
Cute.
so cute.
I mean, I don't know if it's necessary. That guy just seemed like a stand-up guy. There are a lot of just regular folk here. And those are the folks that we're helping.
This town. There are regular people in this town, we promise.
Good old Commoner 3.
I'm sure they're all werewolves, but they're totally
They're
normal.
all
All
werewolves.
90% of them are werewolves.
By the
apparently.
way, love his voice.
Marcus?
Yeah, love it.
Fantastic. All right.
Commoner 3 voice.
Old prospector happening there.
Yep. Yeah.
It's giving P.T. Barnum.
Artie.
Anyway, Tess is back to pulling weeds.
Okay. Essa, you are
I've been
outside.
adventurers here for 25 years.
The old Clarkson residence.
Artie, you step outside with this painting of a hound. You look around out here, you can see that it's overgrown. Just looking at the back of the house, you're certain that it is what is in the painting.
I'm gonna go over and get the perspective of where, if I was staring at it, the dog would be right here and where it's pointing at.
Okay. Give me a perception check to try and line it up.
Amazing for me.
Yeah, that's pretty good. As you move to the back corner of the yard, and you look up at the house and you look up at the painting, you are certain you're in the right spot. And when you turn around, there is a stump right where you're standing. It is a very wide oak stump.
Is there anything around the stump, anything that looks like, well, I mean, if it's been here for a while, not any upturned dirt or any markings or a pile of rocks?
Roll me an investigation check.
Yeah. $21.
As you're looking around the stump, you only speak Common and Goblin.
Yes.
You set the painting down and you're investigating around the stump. You're climbing over it. You're looking on the backside of it. You're searching all over it. you see inscribed at the base of the stump on the back side of it is a single word. You don't know what the word says because you don't speak the language it is written in. It is a scrollwork language that is, well, pretty, but it doesn't mean anything to you. And with that high investigation check, you look over at the painting and you see writing on the back of the painting in the same language.
No, not knowing what it is, I'm gonna go back into the house and start, like, once I get back in.
Anybody understand this language?
I'll, like, hold up the back of.
Do you have
What?
any idea what kind of language it is?
No, I don't.
Not at all.
It's not Goblin.
It is not goblin, and it is not common.
So yeah, I'm pretty stumped. So yes, I will go from each person. Yeah, like that?
Yeah.
That's what I was going for.
Okay.
I would go if it's still my turn or whatever.
Sure.
Go each
We're
turn.
doing
you know what
this
this
pretty
says?
loosely.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that you walk up first to Velen, who is in the immediate area. Velen, what languages do you speak?
If it's not celestial, I don't know what it is.
All right. No, you don't know what it says.
Velen goes, He
You-
should really speak Elvish, but I didn't take it, so...
I speak Elvish, if that's useful. I don't,
It's not Elvish. It is neither Elvish nor Sylvan.
Is Essa still outside?
Yeah.
Essa still is outside.
Essa,
Yes.
what does this say? You seem like a good little learned folk.
What
I
languages
speak
do you
Common,
speak?
Draconic, Primordial, and Sylvan. Any of those?
It is none of those.
I'll cast Comprehend Languages.
Oh. Okay.
Wizard.
Yeah.
And okay, so here's how I cast Comprehend Languages, because I'm not going to use a spell slot for it. So, you see Essa pulls out his book, and he'll flip through it, and he'll find the spell, and he'll go, okay, this will take too long. And he just closes the book, and he casts it.
Okay. On the back of the painting, it says, "To those who know my name, I will always come."
Come. There is more writing like this. Come follow me.
What's the language?
Okay.
Does he know?
I don't know if Comprehend Languages tells you, but it's halfling.
Oh, cute.
Oh.
And I will lead Essa to the stump.
Look, same gibberish.
Gibberish. Fake language like Sylvan.
It is a single word. You look at it and it makes sense to you. It's just the word truth.
What's the name of the dog?
I don't...
What did it say again?
I will relay the information.
To those who know my name, I will always come. And then on the stump it just says truth.
I wonder what the people who lived here's name was.
Arctis. Yes, that, oh, shoot, what was his name? I forgot.
You
But the
asking out of character?
Clarksons... No,
No.
this was in character.
Okay.
I think the Clarksons are the people who stayed here.
Hmm.
Something about a sheriff.
So we got one of two options then. Either I could start digging, or we could try to find out what the person's name is. I don't know if the last name is too intimate, you know? Maybe I need to know their first name. This is definitely a puzzle. And puzzles lead to treasure or death, and I don't think it's death.
All right, as Artie and Essa are having this conversation, Gideon, it's now your turn.
Oh my goodness.
You've taken stock of all the damage of the house. You are aware of just how much work it's going to take.
Mm-hmm.
You see your party members are milling about, talking about yelling about locked drawers, a mouse. You heard someone strange talking outside, and Artie seems very energetic about not knowing what is on this painting. What do you do? Oh, and a noose came flying down from the loft.
Oh, it did?
Yep.
Okay, well, that's
It's slumped on the
concerning.
ground next to Velen.
Just a pile of rope.
So Gideon's gonna pick it up out of the floor,
Okay. You have a noose in your hands.
put it aside on something that's not the floor, and then he's
Okay.
gonna go up into the loft.
All right. You see, Claudia has like investigated these trunks. 2 of them are open already. One of them looks so water damaged it is just dangerous. And there are 2 more trunks that that are next to her, lining the roof up here on the loft.
Oh, that stinks. Oh, whew.
I don't sniff that.
Yeah, can I ask why you threw a noose over the
I
side?
found it. I didn't want it to be near me anymore.
I mean, okay. Why the hell is there a noose in here?
I don't know, but it. You
Hmm.
know. Gideon,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually glad you came up here because I was gonna call you up here.
Here I am.
I'm sorry.
What for?
But I wanted to talk to Vera and I brought up your niece.
Oh,
That was underhanded.
it's all right, Claudia. You know, I just don't know, I mean, I don't know how she got separated from her sister or what happened to my brother. I don't know
I know.
who turned her into a lichen. So,
You don't
you
know
know,
who
I'm
she
just
is?
not willing to let Vera off the hook for all that just yet.
I know.
That's all. It's okay. Thank you. I accept your apology. It's no problem.
We've had conversations about Vera before, and I know that we're obviously not on the same page with her in some ways. And I kind of got defensive before I needed to be, and I brought up your family, and I shouldn't have.
All right. I'm sorry too. It's just I guess I'm a little more cautious than you are. I think that comes with years and obstinance. It's fine. What's in these other 2 trunks?
I don't know. I'm a
Hmm.
little worried.
I mean, there's been a noose and it smells like ocean death. So yeah, I'm a little worried too.
But I'm sure Artie will be excited about what we find. She's gonna go over to the next chest.
Oh, already found a painting about a dog and he's off on some tangent.
Oh. Great.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
Maybe we can hang it up. I like dogs.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Gideon, you said you head to the next trunk?
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
did Claudia say she goes to the next trunk?
I mean,
I
if
did,
she's
but
after me, she can.
we're in
Yeah.
tandem now.
How
in
about the
terms
2 of you
space.
roll it together? So,
Yeah.
Claudia, as you open the trunk, roll me a D100.
Yeah. 1.
1.
Wow.
Where's my divine intervention?
Yeah, Jesus.
Valkeen just
Okay.
pops out. Hi. Can I have my noose back?
Ah,
Wow.
I think especially because Jericho is just recently hung from a tree. Claudia's not really into the news right
Yeah,
now.
right.
Roll me a
Oh, boy.
D100.
Yeah, no, a
That's
noose is a creepy fucking thing to find. Oh, me? Okay.
Yes, you.
Roll a 99.
I
That'd
mean,
be
close.
I'm pretty freaking psychic, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I like that face. I like when you get confused.
Me too.
A 91.
He says warily.
Hell yeah.
Look at that orange bread loaf. Yeah,
Aw.
that's right.
In this trunk, nestled amongst lots of old straw that is almost rotted. It's dry and it flakes away as you touch it. You see there is a 12-inch iron bar that is lined with small plates and spikes.
What the
A
hell were
weapon?
the people who lived into?
Yeah, is it a weapon? Is it a tool?
It looks like a tool.
A torture device?
Does it? I mean, I'm not good with carpenter's tools or anything, so I don't know what the fuck
Can
it
I
is.
smell it?
Smells like iron. Do
Maybe
you,
Artie will know what this is.
Do you pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay. As you pick it up, you feel like many hinges and bearings shift, and it tries, like, different bars move, and it tries to change shape a little bit. It is weird and unusual to you. You've never seen anything like this.
It was like a Cenobite instrument.
I was just gonna say, Claudia, don't summon Pinhead.
Okay.
I don't think he understands the reference.
Not
That's
not at all.
fine. I'll explain it to you later. This is really weird. Can I just play with it? See if I can
Sure.
change its shape?
Roll me a d12.
Fucking summon Hellraiser.
We have such sights to show you.
What are you thinking of as you manipulate it?
I think
Oh,
she's
God.
thinking of Artie, like how much fun he's gonna have with it when she shows it to him.
Okay. Artie, if anyone watches you working, what is a tool that they frequently see you use?
Ooh.
They would see me use something that kind of resembles like a welding tool.
Okay. This object, this 12-inch iron bar, as you mess with it, thinking about seeing Artie work, it folds and changes shape into what is similar to a welding tool that you've seen Artie use.
Does it look like it'll work, or is it just an amalgamation, or like a?
It looks like it'd work. It looks like it would function.
Is there a window?
In the loft,
loft
yes,
area?
there is a big window on the flat
Can
wall.
I
to
look
the
out
far
it?
side.
Do I see Artie?
Sure. Yes, you see Artie
Yes.
outside.
I open the window. Artie!
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know
what?
what I found, but you're gonna love it.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love new stuff.
Wait,
Is that
she
it?
looks like Gideon. Do you want me to just throw it out at him?
Is that for welding?
Yeah,
I
throw
don't
it at him.
know. What would
Yeah,
you say?
looks like
Don't-
it.
Don't actually.
I mean, I could just drop it.
Just maybe hang on to it. We don't want to lose it in the
Okay,
grass.
come up when you're done.
Okay, I might need you soon. We might need to dig up some stuff.
What?
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Hold that thought. Can I think of a shovel and try to play with it?
Yeah, it becomes a shovel.
I have a shovel.
Oh my god.
You really gave them an all-purpose tool there.
It's not an all-purpose tool.
Oh,
Something
that's even
weirder.
That's even.
It is
What?
called a traveler's any tool. It can be bent to form almost any known individual tool. It doesn't make tool sets, but it can be used. It can be.
It is its own tool set.
Yeah.
Wow, that's going to come in handy to fix this roof and this wall and this windows and the sconces.
It
Okay,
can
I'm gonna go to the
duplicate-
next chest now.
It can duplicate any small tool the wielder can clearly visualize that contains only limited moving parts, such as scissors, but not like a large loom or something like that. It cannot be used to replace missing or broken parts, and it would work as a weapon, but it's an improvised one if you decide to try and hit someone with it.
It's rad as hell.
I will paste this in the chat.
I think we're gonna go to the last chest. That is safe to open.
Okay. Roll a d100.
Gideon, you can roll the first one.
Oh, okay.
$17. Roll again. It doesn't work. It's not a cart.
Not this time.
No.
Oh my gosh.
5.
5. Okay. Roll another D100.
95.
Oh my god.
It's funny because I rolled a 1 and you rolled a 91.
I know. And then I rolled a 5 and you rolled a 95.
What's happening here?
Reroll that, it doesn't work.
Boo.
Yeah.
There's a courser in my chest.
15.
Our nation.
A whole ass dinosaur.
We could carry that chest around and then release it on our enemies, though.
Yeah, but then it would get released on us too.
Yeah, details.
I was already eaten by one dinosaur, so.
Well, stop looking like such a snack.
Well, fuck.
I guess that courser just saw Neo and he was like, rock candy.
Oh, god damn it.
You find this chest is full of all sorts of small trinkets. All little knickknacks and strange shapes and ornaments, but one of them stands out to you. As you pick it up, it is a fist-sized glass pyramid. It's filled with what appears to be ice or snow that is constantly drifting inside of it, and it is always cool to the touch.
The snow pyramid.
Oh, look at that.
Is there like something inside it, like a little city? Or like a snowman?
No.
Does me shaking it have any effect on the contents?
The snow slowly drifts up and then back down as if it is moving through the sky.
Clearly enchanted, but maybe just to be like a toy?
Maybe Velen will know. She
Maybe.
can do her dance. I think the rest of these doodads Artie or Tess might like.
Yeah, we need to figure out something to do with that other chest to get it out of the house before we all...
You said there was a hole in the roof?
Yeah.
How is it, like low, high? Like how is this loft? Is it like a full ceiling or is it like, you know, like the peaked
It's
roof?
an A-frame. It's slanted.
Can I just kick it out of the hole?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
it'll be
let's
in
do
our
that.
yard.
It's better than being in our house.
All right. Well, let's go show this to Velen if you want to.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get everybody involved in cleaning up.
Okay.
He says, hopefully.
All right, so the two of you go back down the loft and find Velen, which is convenient because Velen, it's your turn. What do you do as Claudia and Gideon approach you?
Oh, hey guys.
We found a pyramid. It has snow in it.
Huh.
Here you
Weird.
go. Can you tell me what it is?
Do a little dance. Make it
Oh, well,
look
that'll
good.
take 10 minutes, so I can do that, but, is that, I guess I could start doing that.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah,
Oh. Drum
I don't
up a
think
sick
it's-
beat for you.
I don't think it's urgent. It's been in a chest for who knows how
yeah.
long.
Yeah. You find anything else up there?
Yeah. Found a
This-
cool magic tool and
yeah,
a
this
noose.
doodad. And a
And
noose.
Yeah, I saw the news you threw it at me.
Sorry, I should have called out.
Kind of weird and hinky to just, like, have a noose in a house. I, hope it hasn't killed anybody recently.
The noose?
Yeah, I wonder if there's a ghost in this house. I wonder how I would find that out.
well, I guess we'd know when it possesses one of us.
Yeah, the
True.
last time we fought a ghost, it was really keen on Gideon. Maybe
Hey,
Tess
yeah.
will know.
Yeah, where is she? She's not even in here.
I don't know.
Velen sticks her head out the window.
Okay.
There's a million windows.
You see Tess. Well, Tess, what are you doing right now?
Reading just literally one thing. I'm doing one thing. My hands are getting sore though.
Okay.
Hey, Tess!
What?
Can you tell
Ow.
if there's a ghost
What?
in here?
A ghost? What?
I just don't know if there's a ghost. There's a noose, so I thought maybe there might be a
Where's
ghost.
it? Why is there a noose in her house? She's gonna go inside.
Okay. So Gideon, I believe you were holding the noose?
I put it on the bench by the fireplace.
Ah, okay. So there is a large pile of rope with a hangman's noose tied into it in the den.
Where did... She's gonna like look up to see if it was hanging on something. Where did you find this?
It's in a box.
She'll pick it up.
It was in the loft.
Well, that's unsettling.
Yeah, a little.
Does it look like it doesn't have like blood or anything on it? It's like fine, it's just rope.
It looks old. You don't see any blood, but that doesn't mean it hasn't had blood on it.
Fair.
It is a noose. Short of casting like legend lore, you're not going to glean anything from looking at this old rope.
Fair. She's gonna just try to unpick the knot from it. It's rope.
A very sturdy
Unmystify
knot.
it.
I need a survival check.
Okay. I will. That's pretty damn good. 22.
That's not good enough.
Oh no.
Do you think
Well,
it's
that-
magic?
Get rid of the ghost?
It's just a very tough knot. Like, as you try and undo it, you don't immediately
I'm
hear...
pretty sure.
No, it's just...
With the 22, could I like if I worked on this for half an hour, could I get it, or like? Is it impossible?
The problem
for
is
me?
that it was a very high roll when it was originally tied, and it has been in storage for a very long time.
Yeah.
Set in its ways.
It's like
I mean, we could just
petrified.
cut that part of the rope off. And
You
get
could.
rid of
Yeah.
It's
we
about
could cut a
80
rope.
feet of hempen rope.
We could just cut that off. That's a good idea. I mean, unless it's magic. I guess if you want to do a dance about it, Velen, to confirm that
If
it's
it was magic,
or
it
not.
wouldn't break, right? So you couldn't cut it.
That's true. We could try it. I don't know if I have any scissors that big though. By the way, do you
Claudia
have
takes
gloves?
out her sword.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you want to cut the rope, cut the noose off of
Alright.
the end of the rope.
I'd like to.
You
I mean,
notice
it might just be a
as you
rope
were
with the hangman's noose because
as you were thinking about it, Claudia, that tool that was in your hand is in the shape of shears.
Okay.
Yeah. oh, you
Hey,
did
where'd
say
you
you
get
found a
those?
magic jewel.
I did. Cut it.
Okay, you cut it. It's now 75
Mystery
feet
solved,
of rope.
guys.
It
and
is no longer a noose.
Okay. Well, there's that. Do we have gloves anywhere? I should get some gloves. There's a bunch of weeds in the garden. I'm taking care of it.
I mean, the roof and the floor needs fixing before we put up the garden.
Oh, well, yeah, that's probably a better order of
know.
operations. What do you want me to do,
I
Gideon?
don't. I have never fixed anything in a house in my
I know.
life.
I know, Velen. I know that.
But if,
Roasted
if
by
you need
Dad.
help, I
Immediately.
will try to be helpful.
Guys, have we considered that maybe we're a little too excited about this house and maybe we should check in with Solite today?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
should
should do
check
that
in
for
with
sure.
Solite today.
I just wanted to come on by and take a look at it. At least figure out what we're going to need to get done.
We don't. I mean, there's not even places for us to sleep.
As you are all discussing this, I'm going to hop back over to Essa and Artie, who are not near you at all.
Yes,
They're
already.
out, they're out in the back by a stump.
Joe Clarkson. Fred Clarkson.
I hate you so much, dude.
Neil Clarkson.
I'm
This
just
whole
yelling out,
time-
right?
Yeah, this whole time he's been yelling names. I'm just gonna ritually cast detect magic.
Okay.
I like the idea that Artie has solidly been yelling names for 10 straight minutes.
I wouldn't put it past him.
At the completion of your detect magic, which at this point the party is likely heading toward you all to talk about going, the portrait sings of conjuration magic. That's it. There's no other magic out here.
Picture is magical.
What? Just the picture? Nothing under the stump?
Magic
Nice.
dog?
The picture.
Who leaves clues like this, pointing to a treasure location? Oh, maybe it's not magical treasure. Maybe it's just normal treasure.
What if the painting?
Yeah, you said the painting's magic. Are you saying there's somebody in the painting?
Can I?
Come on, give me something to work with here.
Can I roll anything to like look over the painting for another clue, or anything?
Go ahead, I guess. Roll me an Arcana check.
21.
The painting is, considering how old the house looks, how long it looks like the house has not been occupied, the painting looks undamaged, untouched. And aside from your detect magic showing you its conjuration, you believe whatever the trick is here, you do not believe it's under the stump.
What does it say again? One more time. I'm gonna write it down this time.
Good lord. The painting on... Go ahead.
Those who know my true name, I will always be here for, or something like that.
Those who know my name, I will always come.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to keep guessing names, or maybe we could ask in town what their name was, whoever lived here.
I guess one last thing, I'll blow a spell slot for Identify to see exactly what the magic on the painting is.
Don't worry, we're probably not.
Okay, you cast Identify on the painting. The painting is bound to a fey spirit of a mastiff. Should the trigger word be said, it will summon a fey mastiff to aid the user.
Oh.
You also know, through Identify, the trigger word is truth.
Oh my! I knew it.
No.
I knew it.
Toddler would know this.
I won't say anything.
I
Okay.
hate you so much, Civic.
Meet friend and enter.
George Clarkson. Noreen Clarkson. I'm
And
just
is
gonna
it
keep
this-
guessing eventually.
It is at this point, the party, you find Essa and Artie out by the stump in the back of the property.
Here you go, Artie.
Are you
What's
guys
this?
trying to interrogate a
shovel?
dead tree?
No, we're looking for the truth.
I'm trying to find treasure.
In a tree?
Everyone
Nah.
roll me perception.
Wait, did nothing happen, Echo, when I said that?
You didn't say it at halfling.
Oh, does it have to be at halfling? I didn't
Yes.
think
No.
about
You
that.
said
You
to
don't.
roll perception, so roll perception.
All right.
Terrible.
I'm right there with you, Velen. Are you helping me guess names?
Essa and Gideon, you both notice. However, okay, actually, Essa, how are you holding the painting?
I'm just holding it like in the center with one hand, like tilted back, looking at it.
You watch as the hound suddenly darts out of the image. And then you hear footsteps, and Gideon and Essa, you both see a large hound run up and stand next to Essa.
Artie jumps.
Oh shit!
Ah, an animal.
I hide behind Gideon.
Oh,
What the?
A dog.
It is akin to,
Do you have
looks like a German Shepherd. It's
Did-
very big.
Did the dog in the painting disappear?
It ran out of the image.
So, like, if
Hey,
I look at
buddy.
the painting now, it's just the dog's not
It's
in it,
just the image of the house.
right? Okay, cool.
Good boy. I get scratches.
As you do, you hear as it pants with a very large tongue, and it happily rubs its head and ears up against your hand.
You guys.
Oh, what the hell? Where'd that dog come from?
Did you have a dog this whole time, Messa?
What came out of that painting?
What?
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
so much sense. How did I not think of that?
Got it.
Truth is the name. You say my name, I'll always come. I mean,
What?
Your
And-
name is Truth?
the dog's name is Truth.
That's
Are
a
you
good
the
name for a
truth?
dog.
Are you a good boy?
The large hound rolls onto its back and begs for belly scritches.
Scritches.
Is it a real dog?
It feels surreal.
Do you need
He's a,
Tess,
he's a face
Tess will pet
spirit.
it. Tess will pet it to investigate if it's real.
It
I mean,
feels
it was-
like a warm, fluffy dog. It's enormous.
Oh,
It feels well over 100 pounds, and it is happy to accept your scritches.
scritches.
Already has a steed.
Oh, well, I gotta befriend this thing.
No, you
Make sure it
can't
doesn't
ride
eat me
dogs.
first.
Their spines
What?
aren't made for it.
I'm
He's-
30
Artie's
pounds.
like 30 pounds.
It's
a
too
face
much.
spirit. I wouldn't say it's a dog.
A spirit.
It
Yeah,
has
you
a
definitely ride
dog's
a
spine.
spirit.
How long does he last?
Well, that seems
I-
like a weird. I mean, it's a dog.
Yeah, that's a kind of weird
Well,
question to
it's-
ask.
Like
The
17
identify
years?
spell did not mention a duration.
Is this
I
a
mean,
house
it-
dog? Do we have a
Yeah,
pet
it's
now?
a dog. I mean, probably 9 to 12 years, depending on how good we take care of it. I don't know. And how
Can
old
you
it is.
speak, boy?
That seems like a pretty low estimate. I mean,
It's bigger dog, less they
Bigger
last.
dogs don't live as long.
hunting dog. Well, all right.
Hold on, let me check a stat. Hang on.
Don't worry, we're gonna go into battle with the Moonies today, and S is gonna be tapped.
I've only spent
Not
one
kidding.
spell slot.
I know.
You okay? So when you ask, "Can you speak, boy?" the hound kind of hops up onto its haunches, and then you all hear, "Yes."
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh.
You literally
Holy-
talk.
Buddy.
very
I-
impressive.
I feel way more comfortable knowing that you could talk, actually. You're not going to eat me, right?
No.
Okay, good.
It's nice
Ah.
to meet you.
You're a smart boy.
It is nice to meet you too.
Hey there, Truth.
Hello.
Do you...
Is this... Mhm. Yeah. Oh,
I met
yeah.
this dog 3 seconds ago, and I love him.
Do you eat things? Do you want a snack?
I like them. I do not need them, but I do like them.
Oh my god.
Take some jerky out of my pouch.
Gideon is retired. He's gonna stay home with this dog.
You hold up the jerky to the hound, and he says, "I can have this."
Mhm, mhm. Yep. Sure.
It is now very dog-like noises as you as it begins to gnaw on this jerky.
Do you live
How
here?
long were you in that painting for?
The dog continues eating the jerky.
Oh,
Doesn't know.
it is the dog.
Alright, we got some shit we got to do today. You want to hang out at the house? I mean, you're more than welcome. It's probably more your house than ours.
The dog continues eating the jerky.
I'll take that as a yes. I'll leave some jerky for you inside.
I think he's been distracted by meat,
Mhm.
which, I mean, that's fair. It happens to me all the time.
Can't argue that.
Um,
I gotta go build
Okay.
some shit. What are we
No,
doing?
we gotta go do this. Take care of this thing first with Solite.
Yeah.
Then you can build some shit.
also, here, Artie, is this tool. It turns into whatever you want, basically.
Oh shit! I got another one. Cool.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh,
know
you
it
already
was
have one?
special.
Yeah, yeah.
And my little glove pops out different tools.
Oh, well then
Does
we
it
could
do
probably
all tools?
Yeah, yeah. Any tool I want.
well, we could
Okay,
probably use
takes
that one to
back.
fix the house then. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You guys can use that.
Excuse me, dog.
His name is Truth. First off,
Excuse me, Truth.
he's eating jerky.
Hold on.
Jerky.
I need to roll a wisdom save. It looks like a real effort, but Truth does look up from the jerky.
That's
Yes.
A good boy.
When you go inside, can you take this tool in too?
I can go inside right now.
Okay.
The dog looks at you.
I'm gonna
Yes.
druid craft
Yes,
it a
you can.
little flower collar.
Thank God.
Okay.
We're the same person.
The dog picks up the tool
Guys, I have an idea.
and brings it into the house, and then drops it immediately inside the door, and then comes
Your
back.
dog.
Oh, okay, good enough.
I could use the paints to make him a little vest that he could carry stuff.
What a good use of those paints.
I'm gonna be
Yes.
honest.
The dog immediately goes back to the jerky.
I don't mean
I'm gonna
to
be honest. I forgot
interrupt.
you had those. Can you like paint us a roof?
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
wait.
Ah, fuck
probably.
yeah.
But if I did that, then I would be using up all of this paint on thatch, which we
Wait.
could just make.
It's
Didn't
like,
you say we have to take care of something?
Yes, we need to
yeah.
go light.
We should probably do that.
Yeah, the house isn't gonna fall apart in 20 minutes. It's been here for
Can-
like 100 years.
Can I do something? Can I build some stuff while you guys do that and just give me the footnotes?
Arnie, what happens if something happens?
Ah, shit. I mean, you guys are down the street. I could see Ben's
Already,
watch from here. Okay, I'll come.
gotta
It's
be a
okay.
team player in a team.
I know. It's just I haven't had any time to do anything in the past few days. It's been chaos.
I think we all understand that.
I don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody Vanessa. Let's go.
Okay.
So you head to the End's Watch.
Truth, hold down the house.
It's gonna take that literally.
Truth continues eating the jerky.
I hope
Yeah,
no
that's
intruders
what-
come, or
before
he's
we
just
leave.
gonna be like,
As
Like
you
this.
all leave the house, Essa, you hear, and then you watch as Truth like worries at the jerky a little bit more. Most of it's gone, but there's still a little piece left. And once you get about 50 feet away, Truth drops the jerky and runs up to be by your side.
"Aw, you have a perma dog."
It's a dog.
I pat him on his head. You can stay and finish your food.
Okay. And then it runs back to the jerky.
Oh, that shit don't listen to us. It only listens to us.
Well, he's
Yeah.
the one. He's the one who triggered.
Yep. Fuck, I wish I would have said truth. I would have a steed.
You would have a steed.
I
Dog.
don't know how more direct I can be with my hint dropping.
No,
but
I'm just a
apparently-
meatball.
Okay.
I thought you were giving me a clue with the name Clarkson, so I was just gonna say every Clarkson name I could think of.
I
It was
didn't
gonna
want
make
to
it-
be the one to say it. I was just trying to just let you get it by having Echo give as much as possible. And nobody said anything, and then I was just like, we're looking for the truth, I guess.
Okay, you all head to the End's Watch. You see Solite is stringing bows. As you approach, she looks up at you all and she says, "Good morning, Wildhearts. I see you've been
Morning.
busy.
We got a house.
It's right over there. I watched you come out of it."
We're almost neighbors. How does that make you feel?
This is not a big city. We're almost neighbors wherever you are.
Not really even a
Why
city.
did that feel so threatening coming from you?
You just don't know me yet. I just wanted to judge her reaction, and she passed.
Oh.
If you test me again, you'll regret it.
I'm gonna be honest. I was just kind of gauging your reaction to see how Tarly's reaction is gonna be, because I really like Tarly, and I'm not saying I don't like you, but he's just my favorite person in town, and we're now neighbors.
Why?
So it
Any
was like a
news?
trial run.
Okay, before
Right,
we-
anyway.
before we use up all of our goodwill, I think we should ask for our favor. You said you would be okay with sending a message to Vera this morning. Is that still something that you're willing to do?
I have already done so.
Oh,
Any news?
could you tell us the result?
Vera is gravely injured. She is currently in the care of, well, other individuals of the Moon Clan, from what I can devise. I didn't get very many words out of her. She's hurt, she's hidden, and she is, well, frankly, she needs help.
Sorry, her Moon Clan or the culling?
her Moon Clan.
Oh,
So like we gotta ask you, because we've been having our own little moral conundrum with this.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel in this situation? I mean, we don't know if we should try to do things to help her because she is still a Mooney that you guys have been fighting with for years, but she seems like she's doing better than Rainer. Like, what are we supposed to do here? Give us some guidance.
I wish I could. I don't know. The Moon Clan has always been at, well, our doorstep. For the most part, over the last 50 years, they were leaving us alone, and then within the last 20, conflicts between the Shine and the Moon Clan has begun to arise as the Moon Clan have moved closer to Endsmeet. This is definitely the worst it's been ever. However, I never did witness Vera herself attacking anyone other than Thomas.
You attacked Thomas?
You brought him back!
Rainer was the one attacking Thomas.
Oh, then I misunderstood the report.
Vera was there, but Rainer was the one hurting him.
No, we saw. Well, all right.
I saw.
Okay. Remind me what happened that night.
I crept out of the bushes. Thomas was a wolf, and Rainer was hurting him. And he said that he wasn't going to kill him because he was leaving a message.
Right. Okay. I may have been misjudging the situation. With that knowledge, I've never seen Vera personally raise a hand against Sentinels of Shine. If her and Rainer's culling have truly split, then the culling is the real problem here.
Did he tell you where she is?
No.
Thought maybe we could talk to her in person.
I could ask Targon to spare a message, if he was so willing.
I think at the very least, proper conversation could be helpful.
Are you able to make a spell scroll of this message?
By what nature do you cast spells, Mr. Who are you?
It's Essa.
This is the rock guy's replacement.
What?
I maybe already. Maybe a little less blunt next time.
Your methods of decorum always leave something to be desired, Artie.
That one
Essa.
shocked even me.
Essa, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Selite Moon. This is my ranger station.
The pleasure.
The Wildhearts, the individuals you are traveling with, are, well, employed by me to help protect the town and its interests. I don't know if you are a member of the Wildhearts, despite Artie's claim that you are a replacement for one who was not employed by me anyway. So,
good point.
I don't think
No.
we know whether he's a replacement yet.
That's
I
what
mean,
we have
I
mutual
think
interests.
It's up
Yeah,
to
me-
him.
we've
Mutual
only
interest.
just met, and
We
we
have an
haven't.
agreement in place.
okay, so long as it doesn't interfere with their duties with the Innswatch, it's what I don't care. What I do care about is getting to the bottom of this and finding out if the culling actually knows what they claim to know. Because I don't believe they do. I am a purveyor of natural magics, Mr. Essa. I do
I
not.
am well learned.
I can create a spell scroll, but it can only be cast by one trained in the natural arts, such as a ranger or a druid.
Claudia looks at Gideon.
Unfortunately, the process is expensive.
Take some time too, I'm sure.
Yes.
There's no reason we can't try Targan first.
Targon is familiar with Vera. It should be no more than a conversation.
Just, I want to ask for a conversation.
You wish to speak with Vera directly.
Yeah.
All right. Considering, from what I heard, the state of injury that she is in, I doubt she'd be amenable, but I will ask. All right. I will head to the temple. You might as well come with me. And she begins heading down the road.
Okay.
Okay, do you all follow
Yeah,
Salite
I'll
as
follow.
she heads to the temple? Okay. It doesn't take long. Obviously, you know the way to the Temple of Pyrrhus. And after much ado, much introductions, and another explanation as to who Essa is, Salite says to Targon, listen, you are familiar with Vera, the leader of the Moon Clan? And Targon says, I am. Why do you ask? It is important that we get a message to her. One specifically saying, Claudia of the Wildhearts wishes to speak with her. I just realized I don't know your last name.
Bride.
Amberhide. All right.
I'm
Claudia...
not like Vera knows that, but...
We'll stick with of the Wildhearts. Just ask if Vera will be accepting of a peaceful conversation between her and Claudia. Targon nods, and he looks at Salite, sets his hands on the pedestal, clasps his holy symbol, and closes his eyes. Vera, it's been a while. Claudia of the Wildhearts wants to have a peaceful talk. We're in town. I need to roll a persuasion for Targon.
He's charismatic.
He's not really. He's a cleric.
Oh boy. We have a very charismatic cleric.
Mm-hmm.
We do. She'll
Got-
be the backup.
Got the best cleric.
Aw.
She says she'll talk to you at Steps Bridge tomorrow.
Daytime? Great. Anything else besides Steps Bridge tomorrow?
She said, come alone.
Ooh, don't know about that.
Absolutely not.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. Even I know that.
I have an idea about that, but let's talk about that later.
Sorry, I don't have better news, but that's what she said.
We appreciate it, Targon.
Mm-hmm.
Have there been many injuries lately? We've heard that people are arming
People are
to against
arming.
the trouble.
Aside from a few people nicking themselves on sides and such, there hasn't been anything. There's no combat injuries, I guess. There hasn't been any raids. It's
Well-
been the eye before the storm, as they say.
Good. When people arm themselves, people get hurt, sometimes by accident. Just wanted to check in.
A few cuts. Nothing serious.
Good.
I hear you all have been, well, granted, given, allowed to stay in the old sheriff's house.
Yeah, what happened
Yeah.
to the people who lived there before?
Maybe that explains why there was a noose.
Oh, yep. Sheriff Clarkson handled the few times executions were necessary.
That's horrible.
There was
Well,
Mrs.
somebody's got to do it.
Mrs. Clarkson got sick. They decided to move down to Raquel. Try to take care of it. That was 3 years ago. I can't remember.
Well, that's too bad.
Is the dog still with us?
No,
Oh,
you
Essa
Essa
said that he
told
could
him
stay.
to stay.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, I think we have his dog.
Huh?
Yeah, did he walk around with a dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always had a great big kind of goofy looking dog with him.
Truth?
Yeah, how far are we from the house where we left him?
We're at the.
You're at the Temple of Pyrrhus, so you're a quarter mile?
Yeah.
Nah, 1/10 of a mile.
Just whistle.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get Truth to come.
How?
Here, boy.
Uh,
He said if you call his name, he'll always come.
yeah, I'll just say, "Come here, Truth."
It's as though he was just around one of the pews and walks up next to you.
I love him.
Right.
That's the one.
Yeah.
He doesn't look a day older.
Nope. He
He's
was
a
in
fey creature.
Yeah, he was in a painting.
Oh.
He can do this too. Go ahead, tell him.
Tell him what? And the cleric. That is new to me.
Should we keep that like under wraps? Are people gonna get upset about a talking dog?
Weirder stuff happens around here, I think.
Understandable. Well, I'm just assuming if the sheriff had a dog that talked and nobody knew it talked, it was probably for a reason.
I'll be real with
Maybe.
you, Artie. You probably cause more alarm with your talk than that dog ever will.
I'll keep the
I'd
eyes
agree-
on me
I
instead
agree
of
with
him.
that, actually.
Yep. It's understandable.
How did you find him?
He was in a painting sealed with magics.
Oh. I think I know where it came from. Maybe 15 years ago, there was a trader that came through town, and old Sheriff Clarkson was real excited about something he got.
Aw.
Well,
It's
then
so
why-
it's so sad that he left his magic dog behind.
Yeah.
Maybe he was
Kind of
in a
fucked
rush.
up.
I hope he and his wife are okay.
I haven't heard anything for a while, but I suppose I could check in. I don't have a whole lot of spell slots to be sending out messages to everybody that disappears.
Oh,
Oh,
I think that with the potential for crisis coming, I think now is probably not the time to spend magic on checking on an old friend. But just good wishes out into the world, I guess.
That's never to be frowned upon. So what's the plan? Did I waste my time talking to Vera just now?
I don't think so. We'll.
It was,
we'll think about it.
yeah, it was greatly
Coming
appreciated.
alone. Yeah, coming alone is a bit of a proposition, but we'll figure something out. Thank you very much, Targon. We appreciate it.
If it helps, she didn't sound like she was trying to swindle me.
It does help.
Okay, that does help. We are understandably squirrely about sending another one of our own off by themselves into danger.
Right. And to be fair, it feels like you just got your head out from underwater, he says as he looks straight at Claudia. How are you handling the changes?
Like learning about a new part of myself.
It's a good way to look at it. I know
It was inevitable.
Old Knuckles good to talk to about this. He's helped a lot through their first change. Anyway. Pyrrhus be with you.
And also,
And also with you.
Of course he's with
Well,
me. I'm right here.
he will be. I mean, it's his temple.
Mhm.
It's kind of a thing.
That's why I said it.
As always, as Salite said, you have a way with words, Artie.
Yeah, I know. It's not my strongest suit, but it is pretty strong, if I say so myself.
Blessings to you too, Targon. Tess will lead the way out of the temple.
Okay.
With
Salite.
with very much like, let's not bother this nice man energy.
Okay, guys.
Salite moves with you, and she says, I don't know how I feel about having Claudia meet with Vera alone.
I don't like it.
I want to go.
That's why
I know
we're not
you
going to
did.
do it.
I knew
Absolutely
without
not.
a doubt that you would say you wanted to.
How close can we get to Steps Bridge without being in eye line of Vera?
Steps Bridge is the gap between two very large canyons that are kind of raised.
Yeah, we were there. We had that fight with those people there.
Can I propose something?
I'm sure you can, but should you?
Yeah, it's actually one of the calmer ideas I have.
All right.
I don't think going into this trying to deceive is the right way to go about it.
Feel the same
I
way.
agree.
With that being said, she's not doing too hot. I feel like negotiation-wise, it falls in our court.
I agree with Artie. I say we just go.
Mhm.
And we are open about it. She needs
Or-
help, so Light said it.
Or, if we don't get into any shit for the rest of the day, and if either of you, and I look up at Tess and Light, have any energy left at the end of the night, I say we give her a counter proposition.
What if we-
Guarantee her no harm, but she's not going alone.
That works
What if
too.
we go to Steps Bridge tonight and I cast Leomund's tiny hut on the edge of the bridge, and there's very clearly a safe space where there's not going to be any violence, and Vera can decide whether or not she's going to go inside.
That's a good idea.
I really like that,
Mhm.
but I don't think we should deceive her. I think
I don't think
should.
it's a deception.
Mhm.
I mean, I
We
agree
can
with you.
guess it,
I agree
and
that
if
if we
I-
don't start from a place of truth, then she'll count anything we do as a betrayal. But
If I have some energy, I can let her know the extra essentials of the plan. All right, here's what we propose. We can meet here. You will be alone in the hut.
then we can stand around outside the hut.
I'm cool with that. But no, not intentional deceiving. I don't think we should hide, and
I don't think so either.
I don't think we
that's
should
a recipe
surprise
for
her.
disaster.
I don't
Yeah, I
think we
just
can
don't think-
hide from these people.
Exactly.
That's a fair point. I mean,
It'd be
maybe
an
you
offense
could,
to try.
but I don't think I could.
I can go invisible now.
That man has pork.
I get
Ooh,
another
where?
piece of
You
jerky.
see, the truth is looking across the street at a townsman who is just walking by. That man has pork.
He sure
Hey.
does.
Hey,
It's not our pork, though, Truth.
do you got pork? I
My
still
God.
yell across
The
the street.
townsman looks across at you with like a furrowed brow, and you see under his other arm he has like a paper satchel,
Paper bag.
and he just moves faster.
Okay. Have a good day.
You too.
Uh-huh.
And you see he kind of scurries up the street to his house.
I'm sorry, Truth. I tried. I was gonna pay him for it, but
It is
I
all
think
right.
that was probably his dinner.
I'll get you some more jerky.
I do not need jerky, but I like it.
And you deserve it.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna go get my tent from the lodge. I'll see you in a bit.
Start moving in.
I am
Yeah.
gonna go back to that. All right, can I do the thing I wanted to do now? Do we have anything urgent?
No, but aren't you glad you came with us?
Yeah, sure. Look, the way shit's been working is the second we have a conversation, we run off and do something, some crazy shit happens, we're tired, we get back home, we go to sleep, then some shit happens in the morning. I was just
Yeah,
trying to
it's
get
been
some stuff done
hectic.
out of the way. Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead, Artie.
just want to be prepared. Okay, bye. And I start running back to the house.
I
Cuddles away.
slither behind
Oh.
him.
Artie, wait. I give him a key.
Can you make more of
That'll-
those?
Wait, I got a better idea. How many doors do we have?
How many doors do you
Like
have?
exterior doors, entrances
Two
to
doors?
the vault.
Two.
Two doors.
There's a front door and a back door.
Okay. If I can get a little more gold, I could actually do something to magically.
Yeah, that
Lock
sounds
our
good. But
house?
how about for now, you just take this key
Yeah.
and use it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
All right,
bless.
Maybe I have enough to do one door right now, so maybe I'll do like the front door because that's the more obvious door.
Put that on the list and
Mhm.
take care of what you wanted to take care of.
Okay.
As Essa slithers after Artie, as you said, Truth follows, but before leaving, he turns and says, "Goodbye, friendly people," and then
Bye, Truth.
Hi,
follows
Bye,
Essa.
buddy.
I love truth.
He's
the
great.
best ever.
We have a
You did
mascot,
this,
guys.
Echo.
You rolled a
You-
mastiff. There he is.
Ah,
Yay.
woo.
I'm the greatest D100 roller ever.
Yeah, apparently.
Really
You're pretty
are.
good at it.
Truly.
Okay. As it is 8:30, we're going to go ahead and take a 5-minute break so that I can go pee, and everyone else can handle their business if they need to.
Make it ice cream.
There you
Great.
have to use the bathroom.
Someone help me find ibuprofen, please.
Okay.
I have.
I'm
How much
so
have you brought in?
sorry.
I just don't know what I did with it.
Well,
Emily, how did you get your hair to... Oh, she left.
Are you talking about my hair or someone else's hair?
How... Your hair. How did you get it to sit back? Do you have product in that right now?
No, no.
It just naturally goes like that?
It just does that.
I'm so
Wow.
fucking jealous.
To be fair, I did get it cut today, so like,
Okay.
there's no way I'm gonna recreate this. Like this
My
is like
hair-
fresh cut.
Just naturally parts over, so I'm forced to do a part.
Yeah, mine too. Mine does that shit in the middle, and I
Yep.
don't like it.
No, but it looks really good. I'm
Oh,
jealous.
thanks. I'm excited. My inspiration was Mary Martin from Peter Pan in 1995.
nice.
Okay. Frog, do you like my outlandish things I say?
I do. I do. Of course I do. I just somehow slotted myself into playing the dad of the group, so.
Yeah. Which, you're doing it phenomenally.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I think
Just-
it's amazing. You crack me
Ju-
up.
From being, and take this out, is from being a woman, the just subtle nuances of you being a mid 40s to 50-year-old kind of southern guy is spot the fuck on.
Well, I was, raised by a southern guy.
Okay, okay.
Take my inspiration.
There you go. So, Tess is in here. I'm making Tess a quiver, but it's gonna be like I'm gonna contain the magic of the whatever that thing is from the dragon or the wormling,
Oh,
and try
okay.
to imbue poison
The bolts?
poison bolt. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Like whenever you pop it in, it's like it's now poison.
I think that she would really like that because she feels like she doesn't have a lot to do in combat.
Yeah, that's all I was giving it. I was doing it. for her.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And she's like the only one of us that doesn't have a magic item.
Yeah, she got magic bolts, but they could be better.
I'm not even mad. Oh yeah, no, she has
Yeah,
plus
they are.
2 bolts.
Yeah, they're really
Fucking
good.
Plus 2 bolts.
She does, but who knows
Ooh.
how long those will last.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was
Most
gonna be
DMs are pretty loose about regular ammo, but you gotta track the magic stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Heck yeah. How are you? What did you name your daggers that hate each other?
One of them I
Forgot.
think is Nemesis and one is Frank.
I love it.
I think so. Let me
Yeah,
double
yeah.
check.
It was something like that.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
definitely along those lines. Let me pull out my
Oh,
handy dandy
I
notebook.
have a mouse named Jeffrey and a mastiff named Truth.
Yeah,
My
you're just
name is Jeff.
collecting a menagerie. You're living that druid fantasy, even
I
though you're not
can't
playing the
believe-
druid anymore.
I didn't figure that out.
Oh, it was cute. I was like, it's obviously truth, but I didn't want to say anything.
Oh, I'm a meatball. Oh, yeah, it is Nemesis and Frank.
Beautiful. You love to see it.
I was contemplating giving Essa one of them to split them up.
Hmm. Give Essa
Give
a
them
magic.
some,
Who
time
knows what
away
Essa
from each other.
has? Essa probably has toys.
I just wanted to
And-
split them up and see how that worked.
Oh, like maybe they actually love each other. And
Yeah.
if they're split up, yeah,
Some time away.
Yes,
I was
have
actually
no
planning on.
toys.
I was planning on doing that when I got back to the house.
Nice.
Oh, look at the kitty.
Oh, yep. That's Sif.
That is. I was gonna say I don't remember seeing that one too often.
She's not as gregarious as Heimdall.
You use some fucking big words. Anybody ever tell you that?
Yes. I
You
got
and
made fun
Penn-
of when I was a kid.
You and Penn be using big words all the time, and I'm like,
They'd be like, okay, dictionary. I was like, shut up.
I went to college for English.
Oh, I didn't even graduate high school, but I know words.
I went
I
to
just shows
community
how
high.
worthless my fucking degree was.
I went to
Damn.
community college for a few weeks.
Nice.
It didn't work.
I also graduated with a degree in English literature,
And then a law degree.
and then I went back to school. Although I occasionally, I taught one of the prosecutors a word the last time we were in trial. What was the word? Elide. He didn't know that one.
Oh, it lied. That's a good one.
I would be like, I didn't lie.
Sal, I have
No,
TikToks I
Eli.
need to send you.
Uh-oh.
I am not a TikTok, but I can,
I know, but I think you would enjoy these.
I'll
It
watch
is
it.
a lawyer speaking the lawyer terms and
Is it
turning
Lawyer
song
Tom?
lyric. I don't know, but he's turning songs into
He has an
lawyer
eye patch?
terms. No,
Okay.
no, but he
I-
uses all these fancy lawyer words to sing a song, and people try to guess what they are.
Boy.
That's amazing. Can I, how, I know that we were kind of doing this in character, Simic, but like, how would it work for Tess to teach Essa a spell?
I'm not
Did
real
she
sure
like-
because Echo just kind
Oh,
of
that's
like
nice.
changed the game on me a little bit
I
with
did
the
not.
whole.
Yeah,
What do
you
you
can
mean?
only
The game
learn
has always
stuff.
been the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wizards can learn sending.
From a wizard scroll.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
right. You have to get it from
The
somebody
methods
who,
of casting are different per class.
Yeah,
so
but a,
what works
right.
for
a druid
does
can't
not
write
work
it for a wizard.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
well, I didn't know that. See,
The druid spell would be like get some sap, and then
Yeah.
drink it, and the wizard's like do these calculations.
right? So that's something that I didn't know and I've never played with.
That
That's
is
why.
kind of a universal rule, is it has to be like the spell scroll. Like, yeah, multiple classes have sending, but that doesn't mean they can all cast it using the same spell scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's something I didn't know.
There is a bookstore. You might find a spell scroll there.
Yeah, we should definitely. Oh, we found a spell book. It was empty though, wasn't it?
I still have that, and I have not rifled through it yet.
Yeah, because I don't know if you can learn spells that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can if it's the right class.
It's a spell book, so it's specifically for wizards.
Yeah, so we have that somewhere.
That's not true. Pact of the Tome Warlocks have spell books.
They have
Enough of your
grimoires.
Okay. Book of spells. Eat my ass.
It's a book of cantrips.
By the way, just FYI, y'all, I really hope that our Shinehaven battle does not happen today or tomorrow or next week
It's
because
not.
there
No
is
way.
a 60% chance that I can't be here.
A 16.
60
Oh,
or
oh.
higher.
Oh.
So I want to talk to you guys. I've been running a lot of D&D over the last couple weeks, and I am feeling the burn. And I think this coming Wednesday, I need to skip. If
Well,
that's
there you
okay.
go. Tess is in on that
Great.
one.
Yeah.
No Shinehaven battle.
I was gonna have to connect from a hotel room because I have a trial next Wednesday. So that is good for me too, honestly, to be a week to skip.
Sure.
Although I think I have back-to-back trials, so back-to-back weeks, so I'm still gonna have to do that the week after, but that is a problem for future me. Since I can't murder my clients.
Well, you
No.
can.
Not legally.
Yeah,
It would
not
not
legally.
It would not create less legal work if I were to murder my clients. It would just be more and worse.
Substantially.
Because then I would go to prison.
Not if you
Only if
hate
they
it
prove
well
you're guilty.
enough.
Just
Yeah,
gonna
like-
notate we're on a YouTube video right now.
Hmm.
Allegedly.
Well, they're not gonna see it.
Allegedly.
They're in jail.
You guys, if we
I
ever
claim-
level again, should I take a level in Rogue?
If we ever level.
I mean, that's pretty awesome. I'm taking a level in Ranger.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
Here, you.
I can
Papa Gideon.
lockpick things.
Just talking shit. And I'm
You
right
see
here.
this weird boy?
What? Who's talking shit?
If we ever level again.
I
He's
didn't
about to
mean it
knock
like
my glasses
that.
off. I've caught him in the act
Mm-hmm.
of knocking my glasses off.
He wants
This looks ridiculous.
Listen, who
Gideon, I-
knows?
Keeping
I
your
can
nose warm.
lockpick things.
I know you can.
There's
but
other
can
things
you,
that Rose can do.
No,
can you
there's not.
let me sneak attack and get expertise?
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
you got it.
A sneak attack with Dialo's Garden?
Yeah.
Ouch. The
Merp.
sneak attack damage is whatever Dilo's garden damage is.
No, it's like 1d6. Sneak attack is.
Well, no, what I'm saying,
Whatever
if
type
Dilo's
of
garden
damage.
is acid, then
Oh,
your sneak
yeah, it would
attack
be
damage
acid.
is
Are you
also
guys hearing
acid.
this song he's singing?
No.
I'm so surprised that my microphone isn't picking it up because it sounds so loud to me.
Do you get expertise just from having a level in Rogue, or is it like 2 levels in Rogue? What?
Sure do. First level.
Is it first level?
What?
It's first level.
I'm about to be a fucking rogue.
I'm about
That's
to be
rare
a
as hell.
fucking rogue.
Oh, you guys, we want to go to rogue school for like a week?
Fuck yeah, let's do it, man.
I have a rogue who
rogue
would be
zerg.
happy to train you all with a terrible accent.
It is first
Hella
level. You
high.
get expertise. Jesus Christ.
She gave an entire country a brogue.
I did.
Nice.
By having one, and Echo was like, well, I guess that's that country now.
That's a big choice, a brogue.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
Yeah,
did
the-
it for like 2 years.
Great, and now every elf from KO has a brogue.
Nice.
That's such a cute way of speaking.
Glad I didn't say what I was gonna say.
Glad what a brogue
Me
was.
too.
Is that a bro rogue?
A bro rogue?
Uh,
Yep, I knew it.
Brogue.
I knew it.
I'm gonna
She could be a bit of a bro.
take an inspiration away from that.
Yep, that's deserved.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I don't know big terms.
It's not that big a term. It's like 5 letters.
Metaphorically speaking, big.
Oh, okay.
Culturally specific term, though.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It is a very
Artie's got a
specific
big personality.
Already
I
got a
was
big
talking
Well,
about-
brain.
little people do.
Real me.
Yeah. You also got a big brain.
Is that ice cream? What flavor?
Vanilla.
What?
Excellent.
Vanilla?
Not like
It's
cookie
excellent
dough
thing.
or
No.
No.
She's
Doesn't
a
need to be
basic bitch,
crazy
it's
to be
fine.
good.
is okay? Is it home style vanilla? Is it French vanilla?
home style.
Is it okay?
Whipped
Good.
cream?
Like the yellowish one?
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, that's acceptable.
I
I'm
had
glad it meets with
a
your approval.
It does.
cold brew
It does.
Oreo blast.
Every time I
Mm.
eat food on cam, Dooch has something to say about it.
Every time. It's
My
great. It's a
pizza
tradition.
eating is wrong. The type of ice cream I've chosen
No.
is subpar.
No,
And
it's
it
good.
does have a point
Home
about the
style's good.
water.
Okay, but you do not take back that I eat pizza wrong.
Yeah, 100% do.
Yeah, you know.
Well, it was specifically with the Sicilian pizza. I don't know that you've ever eaten non-square pizza on camera.
No,
The
well, the
only
process
way-
of eating a bite and then taking another bite before I finished chewing was very upsetting to Dooch. And I think
No,
I
you
eat
like-
all food that way.
You like bit it and then withdrew and half bit it. It was like, okay,
And then comes back.
Why were you watching so
Fascinated.
intently to my
I-
chewing?
That's why people don't eat on cam.
I've never been concerned about
He
it. 'cause
full
no one's ever
screened that
said
shit.
anything.
Wow.
Full screen, the control
Zoom in and
plus
enhance.
to zoom in. Yeah, exactly.
Enhance.
Corn enhance.
Windows print screen.
By the way, Pen, I am sorry that Tess was so resistant to using sending. I promise it was not a
No,
player
it's fair.
choice. It's
It's
just that
totally
Tess doesn't
fair.
like Vera.
It's totally fair. Nobody in this group likes Vera.
And Tess is honestly, she is much more freaked out about having to like remove curse from somebody, particularly you. And so she's like, I don't want to do anything with my 3rd level spell slots.
I'm gonna be
Totally
honest.
find that fair.
I just thought you forgot that Solite was gonna send the spell.
I didn't.
Okay.
She wanted to kind of circumvent that because she knows that Solite, as End's watch leader, doesn't have a good history with the Moon Clan.
I also imagine that she was worried that Vera was dead and wanted to know sooner rather than later, like if she even responded. That was my thought.
There were lots of reasons.
Are we ready to dive back in?
Yes.
Okay. As you all continue about your business, gathering up your camping supplies, bringing them to the house, 101 Portford Avenue.
Only like 3 streets in this entire town.
Uh-huh.
We are the only one on Portford.
It's
That's
true.
why we are 101.
Portford, Crossroad, and Cedarkind.
That makes sense.
I'm glad that you agree.
Seal of approval.
That's why I keep calling it the Crossroad. Anyway, as you gather, the day is kind of progressing. Artie, what was it you were doing? You said you wanted to repair or build something for the house?
Nope. Fuck the house. I
Okay.
wanted to build the thing that I bought the Banasite for, and I wanted to give Essa something.
Then give me a crafting check.
Okay, I'm gonna guidance myself.
Okay.
Essa is just like hovering around you, watching and asking questions as you put stuff together.
I have a question. Actually, it's not even a question. I'm first going to go into my bag of holding, and I'm going to take out that improvised box that I made to contain the. You're gonna have to give me a second on this one.
Draconis Fundamentum.
Yep. The Draconis
poison bomb.
Fundamentum.
Yeah, as you
Yeah.
pull that out, Truth says, "That smells terrible."
Yeah, I'd probably back away from it, Truth. You don't want to smell this.
Okay.
And, gonna open it up, and I'm gonna show Essa.
Oh.
Now, the only reason I'm showing you this is because A, I did not kill the wormling, and B, I did not harvest its Draconis Fundamentum. But I do have it. It's cool, right?
Yes, I've only seen them in books.
Yeah, it's exciting shit. I'm gonna make this into something that one of our friends is gonna use. So if you want, you can study it, you can help me, whatever need be.
Yes, I'd love to help.
Okay.
I'm gonna start just giving a breakdown of what my plan is. I'm going to be making a crossbow bolt quiver. I'm gonna fashion the leather, and I'm going to line the inside with lead. And what I'm pretty much going to use the Banasite for is to make, up to your discretion, a certain amount of contained slots of the Banasite with the Draconis parts of the Draconis Fundamentum inside each. And essentially what I wanted to do is, however many you want, they put the crossbow bolts in there, and it infuses it with like a poison damage.
So the way Banasite acts when it is used to make items is the powder turns to a crystalline glass. That's part of the enchanting, is getting the Banasite to actually coalesce into its crystal form. And when you do it in the presence of an elemental effect, such as a Draconis Fundamentum, that glass takes on that elemental effect as part of its appearance, and also in however you intend the enchantment to work. So there's going to be 3 crafting checks here. The first one is the most simple. It's just a straight crafting check to see how you make the casing for this quiver.
Okay. Do you want me to... I'm not using my guidance for the easy one. I wanted to save guidance for the hardship.
Okay.
So am I just doing a spell attack?
This... You're going to be rolling... Okay.
Tell me what I roll.
You are proficient with leatherworker's tools.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be... Yeah, spell attack works. Go ahead and roll spell attack.
Oh, I am going to inspire myself.
Okay.
That's a good call.
Good thing you did the recap.
Yep. I have one other one, but...
20.
One last
It's much
week, so-
better.
That is much better.
You make a handsome casing for a quiver, exactly as you intend for it to be. The next crafting check is going to be lining it with lead.
Do you want guidance or anything, Artie? Or
Just
I
me and
guess.
Essa. I would love it, but I'm gonna use
Oh,
my
you
one
have it,
guidance
though.
for my
You can use-
I have a
yeah.
one time. Yeah. Okay, this is for the leather. That's amazing. Okay, for the lead.
Yes. You get a uniform lining of lead strong enough that you feel confident no poison magic will emit from the quiver anywhere it's not supposed to.
Okay.
The final
So-
crafting check. Yes, Essa?
I was gonna say, if the final crafting check involves the poison dragon heart. I was wondering if I could help to give advantage on this one by handling the heart itself.
So,
Sick.
in order to get Banasite to function the way you need it to, you have to heat it. Essa, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check for how you handle the fundamentum.
22.
Okay. You do it well enough that you do grant advantage on this check. So, Artie, roll me a final crafting check with advantage.
Now I guidance myself.
Okay.
Oh, thank God for advantage. I'm not even gonna roll the guidance on that. 20 plus a D4.
Come on,
23.
That's pretty good though.
Okay.
Might be just enough.
The Banasite is difficult to work with, and you're not super familiar with it yet. As the Draconis Fundamentum is delicate, Essek.
Oh boy,
Wow.
Hot
Excuse
boy,
me.
hello.
wrong game.
Boy.
Essa carefully supplies the Draconis Fundamentum into the mixture of hot Banasite as it is liquid. The Draconis Fundamentum, which you immediately think is just going to burn, it doesn't. It stays solid as it sinks into the Banasite and seems almost as if it's melting into the blue of the Banasite. And the crystal form of the Banasite begins to fill the bottom of the quiver as you pour it, solidifying into a channeled green crystal that looks as though it can fit 8 bolts in it at one time. This quiver can grant 8 bolts poison damage. Basically 8 bolts per long rest. It requires a charge.
That's so cool.
You rolled a 23 on your crafting for the actual poison part. So, any bolt that has been drawn and charged by this quiver can deal an additional 2d6 poison damage.
Ooh, very nice. Okay.
Like,
I'm gonna name it. I gotta think of a name. Okay. I'll come up with it. Come back to me on that. And then I want to do something really quick with Essa.
Okay. The guidance, it was originally, if you had rolled a 20, you would have succeeded with 1d6 to poison damage. With a 22, you broke that barrier to 2d6.
Nice. If I would have rolled like a 30, would it have been something crazy or no?
It would have... Yes, it would have been
Okay.
much more potent.
Because I was contemplating using my last inspiration on it, but 23 was pretty good.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go into my bag of holding. Essa,
Yes.
I want to do a little experiment, and I'm going to reward you for it. Okay?
So I'm gonna take off my hip, my 2 daggers of hatred.
This one's Nemesis. This one's Frank. Okay? Now,
Okay.
even as we speak, they don't like each other. They just argue all the time, and it's kind of entertaining. But I think I know what they need.
I'm gonna hand you one of the daggers.
I'll
They just
grab
need
it.
some, yeah, they just need some time apart. So I think they really don't hate each other. Because to hate something, you need to love it, right? So I think if I give it some time away from each other, that they're gonna need, they might grow a little fonder of each other and maybe rekindle their romantic or platonic love for each other. So and they're gonna talk shit. Just, you can fuck with them. Just don't take anything they say personally, and I'll take it back. And if you do that for me and deal with that,
I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna pull out that spell book that I found on that dwarf that one time, and I'm gonna.
I know you're asking about scrolls and shit. So I haven't really even looked through it, if I'm being honest, because I just found out I'm a wizard like a day ago, but I don't need the book. Yeah, yeah. I thought it was just the genius, but I really am magic. Kind of upsetting, kind of not. That's a different story though. But here,
Let me give it to you, and I give him the book.
He'll take the book, he'll take the dagger, and he'll put the dagger up to his ear, and he'll listen.
Which one did you give him?
I gave him Frank.
Okay, so you hold the dagger and you hear in your head, "Oh, thank God you got the good one."
Oh. So you're the good.
Mm-hmm. Sure am. That's why I'm in your hands.
Oh, we're gonna have so much fun.
You got any bread you need slicing?
Frank's
Some-
interesting.
Some jerky for my dog.
Dog.
Yeah,
All
don't
right.
worry about it.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
you're going in my bag for now. I'll slide in my bag.
Yeah.
Nemesis, you're gonna love him one day, I promise. And I sneak it back before he could say anything.
Okay. You are
I'm
handed a
also-
spell book.
I am also gonna use the gold dust pouch worth 25 gold pieces, and I am going to burn a level 2 to cast Arcane Lock on the front door.
All right. What's your password?
Fiddlesticks.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Fatal sticks.
Making a note. Fiddlesticks.
So is an artificer's magic close to a wizard's then? Could we exchange spells?
Yes.
Okay.
We're pretty much same spell list, I think, but you have more.
Oh shit, wait, you can copy spells? I just thought of something.
I'm gonna go ahead and take out the hallucinatory terrain spell scroll, because that was wizards artificers.
Mm-hmm.
If I give this to you, do I lose this?
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
If you use the scroll to inscribe it, the scroll is consumed.
Yes, it goes into the book.
Out of character. It's a 4th level spell. Can you cast
Mhm.
4th level spells yet?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
He
This
can
is
cast
really-
it if he reads it, but he cannot cast it
Okay.
by himself.
Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. We got a lot of shit coming up. If this saves our asses, I'm gonna use it. If we get out of this shit scot-free and I don't need to use it, I'll let you go ahead and cast it and copy it, okay? Deal?
Quite a potent spell. I won't be able to use it for quite a while.
Okay.
Sure, that sounds fine.
You owe me a favor.
I'll owe you a favor once you give it to me.
Oh, whoa, hold on. I was just talking about for the spellbook.
The favor for the spellbook was the dagger, yes?
Yeah, give me the spellbook back, man.
Oh my god.
You want your dagger back too?
Yeah, sure, why not?
He'll hand them both back.
I was just testing you. Keep the spellbook and the dagger for now.
I was going to say, do I have to
I don't-
seriously put away this
don't-
note?
I
Once
don't,
in the book.
I don't like. You didn't pass the test though, but you can keep it. I got my eye on you. You gotta use the back door.
Well, hey guys,
Ooh,
here
I
we
can
are
take
with
note
our.
of your-
Yeah,
Ten
by all
of
means,
stuff.
everyone shows up at this moment.
But we can't get in the house, I assume.
The back door's open.
I mean, we go.
Do you
I go
knock
to
on
the
the
front
front
door.
door?
I try to open it.
The key works, but the door does not open.
I bang on the door. Artie, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got it. I reinforced it.
And I open the door for him.
Thank you.
Okay.
Still would.
I'm
How are
going
we supposed to
give
get
you-
in here?
It's just a magical password.
Okay.
I need you guys to promise me that you don't say it loud anytime you use it. Because if other people hear it, it's fucking useless.
How can we use it if we don't say it out loud?
You just gotta whisper it into the doorknob.
Okay. What if I whisper it into the door because I'm not going to crouch down?
It has to be the doorknob specifically, or else it won't.
I'm going to need you to take this off the door.
I honestly can't, even if I wanted to.
Okay, I'm going to
Would
rip
you
this
like
door
me
off
to
and we're
take
going to
it off
replace
the
it.
door?
It's an old wooden door. We'll get a new door.
If someone really wants to
password?
come in, there are also windows.
Look,
What's the password?
I can dispel it
No,
tonight.
don't. I spent good gold on this. The password is fiddlesticks.
Okay.
Just don't say it loud when you're outside. You could say it a little bit louder, Gideon, but just you.
Thank you.
Everybody else, I'm gonna make a little alteration, and I'm gonna. I'm not actually doing anything, but okay, just you, Gideon. You don't have to say it enough. Everybody else,
Thank you,
Roll
Artie.
on it.
a
little bit.
deception check.
Okay.
I appreciate that because
This
you
is
know my
insight's like
knees
a
aren't so
20.
good.
I did a 7.
My passive insight is 16.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna smack Artie on the butt and
I
then
just-
go
That's
inside.
ooh,
you know what you know.
You
Into
know,
the
you
doorknob.
know.
Tess is gonna start setting up her tent outside near the garden.
Okay.
What do we want to do about the stinky trunk in the loft?
Stinky
Oh.
trunk, you
I was gonna
say.
kick it out the window.
I say we wrap it up in that burlap cloth I got that we didn't unfortunately get to use, and we drag it
Wait.
somewhere.
You
Oh.
don't
Real
wanna know
quick.
what's inside it?
You,
I have
no,
a gift.
Don't open that.
We could
Why
burn
not?
it.
I
I don't
have
know
a
if that would
gift.
be.
What's your
It's-
gift, Artie?
It's wet.
I'm gonna walk up to Tess.
Tess,
She's
I know.
setting up her tent. What?
I know that everybody's been getting cool stuff, and you were kind of upset that you didn't have any cool stuff besides your magic spoon, which is really cool, and I get that.
My magic
What?
spoon is great. I love my
Mhm.
magic spoon.
So,
I made you something, and I'm gonna take out this quiver.
You made me something?
so I know you like your crossbow and your bolts. I made you a crossbow bolt quiver, but it's magic. Okay? When you put
Okay.
your bolts inside, it's gonna imbue it with poison from the wormling that I didn't kill.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's kind of strong. But,
You made this for me?
but
Tess
one
starts to
stipulation.
cry.
Don't cry. This is gonna ruin it for me. Okay? No crying.
Don't get your emotions on me.
Okay.
Nope. Sorry,
No,
I'm
no,
not
it's
gonna ruin it. Nope.
Yeah,
Sorry.
stop.
What do you,
I'm gonna take it
what do you
back.
say? Yep.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good. What do you say?
I am going to let you name it, but it has to start with Artie's.
Well, obviously, that was the
Mhm.
plan the whole time. Obviously.
I've never let anybody name one of my creations before.
Oh,
Really?
I want you to be special.
Oh.
Mhm.
Thanks, Artie.
Don't fuck it up.
What'd I do to deserve this?
You know what, Tess? You've just done so much. You've been a nice person. You were the nicest person to me from the start. You put the group at your group's conscious consensus at heart first. You're just a good person, and I appreciate it. I don't have many good people in my life except for these buffoons.
You're a good person too, Artie. He's gonna pull him into a hug, even if he squirms.
He'll go for it. Don't tell him I said you're my favorite. Okay. And he goes,
Okay, you're my favorite too.
yeah, I already knew that.
I'll think about what to call it.
You got this.
Artie's poison pouch. It's not
Ooh.
flashy enough.
I like it.
Okay, if you like it, it's on the list. It's on the list.
Mhm.
We're gonna think about it.
That's all right.
We're gonna put some bolts in it.
Artie's Passel of Poison.
Ooh, Passel of Poison. It's pretty good.
Artie's noxious pocket.
Noxious pocket. I
I
fucking
love
love
that.
Put the
like
vessel
Polly
with the
Pocket.
poison in the vessel with a pestle.
Just
Well,
make sure you add
Artie-
it on your.
Mhm.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
That was
she
a
deserves
thoughtful
it.
gift. She does. She does deserve it.
Mm,
It might save my
Guys.
life one day.
I mean,
I
That's
hope,
what this is all about.
I hope so. I hope
nothing
so.
wrong with the little
So Emily,
self-protection.
out of game, 8 daily charges, 2d6 poison damage.
8 daily charges, 2d6 poison.
It
Shit,
recharges
man.
1d8 plus 1 charges every dawn.
Ooh.
Okay,
Oh.
good to know.
Add that
1d8 plus 1. And is it? Are they magical too, or are they just poisoned?
It's magical poison. It's
Magical poison.
But they're not like plus ones.
no,
But they're-
it's,
yeah, gotcha.
it's just considered magical.
They would be able to hurt werewolves, is what I'm thinking about.
As this conversation is happening, Essa went upstairs. Essa, you open the gross chest to find inside it the skeletons of fish. A number of them. Looks like about 6 or 7 fish that have long since rotted. They are set on a ruined, like, linen blanket. When you look underneath it, you find there is a...
Dead body.
No. It is a case made of a dark wood. It looks very old and clearly damaged from the deteriorating fish above it. And as you see, the case is warped and slightly open. Within it, you see a harp.
I pull the harp out.
It is a rosewood handheld harp.
Is it still in good condition, or is it deteriorating?
It looks well made. It looks in good shape. It does not look deteriorating at all.
Okay, I'm gonna go back downstairs with the harp. I found this in that disgusting chest.
Oh, okay. You all right?
Oh yes, I'm fine. Why?
It seemed noxious, to be honest with you. I'll
Eh,
make sure you didn't get sick.
Yes, I'm kind of a snake person. It's my territory, sort of.
I didn't want to assume. That seemed kind of.
The
But-
first, but I appreciate it.
Nice harp.
Yes, and I'll
Does it
pull up
smell
my
like
spell
fish?
book.
It does
I
not
sniff
smell
it.
like fish.
No. I'll pull up my spell book and flip to a page and kind of curl my tail up and let the book rest on it as I start ritually casting Identify.
Okay.
No, it is lovely.
Eventually, you will learn it is a fauna harp. It's a magical rosewood handheld harp that, when played by a skilled musician, compels neutral or friendly animals to follow the bearer as long as they keep playing. The harp otherwise does not alter the thought process of the animals, nor can it compel them to ignore basic survival instincts such as hunger, thirst, or danger.
Echo, what are you doing to yourself?
It's like a mouse piper.
He rolled this, okay?
It's the pied harpist of Hamlin Town. Yes.
Pride
Harvest.
harvest, yes.
Oh,
And
that's
you
amazing.
choose this. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't have a use for this. Can
I
any
do.
of you?
yes. Please give
Melon plays lovely music.
Oh, by all means. Here you go. And he'll hand it to her.
It is a
check
handheld
it.
harp. It's
Is it tuned?
no.
I start tuning it. I
Okay.
start tuning the harp. And I like pluck it. It's like this horrible.
It's
off
super
note.
flat. Just.
And she's like, ooh, and then she just starts tuning it because
Okay.
that hurts. It hurts my musician's heart to just like have this beautiful instrument just be so sad and have been buried in a desiccated fish trunk.
Okay. As you are tuning the harp, you don't need to roll anything. You are a musician.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that is occurring at this moment?
Yeah,
Ah, yes. You messaged me.
I sure did.
Roll me stealth.
Okay.
Oh, we being sneaky.
A
Pretty
little
good.
sneaky snake. I'm a sneaky snake.
No, I'm not Essa.
Hold on. Okay. And as you are making your way, Tess, you catch a glimpse of Claudia quietly making her way away from the house.
I don't like that. I'm gonna follow her.
Okay.
Are you gonna sneak?
Sure
Tess,
am.
you see that Claudia is making her way towards the Ends Watch.
Sneak, sneak, sneak.
All right, roll stealth.
Actually, you
Mom.
know what? You know what? You know, before I'm gonna like, how close is Gideon to me right now? Are you in the? Is there a way for me to just sort of like, hey, Gideon, and then kind of like kind of point her out, and then just kind of
Is
follow
Gideon
after
close
her?
enough for you to tattle? Yeah.
Is
you
Gideon close enough? Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Roll stealth.
Mom and Dad got their eye on you. Sorry, I just navigated away from my sheet. Only 10.
Her stealth with a 10.
Yes.
My
Her
stealth
stealth
was a
was a
10.
10.
I really considered casting Passions Out of Trace on myself, and I did not. So you know.
Claudia, you are aware you're being followed.
I think she sighs, but she doesn't make a point of acknowledging that she's being tailed. She keeps on her path.
Okay, you arrive at the Ends Watch, and you see Thomas is seated at one of the tables.
Yeah, you're gonna feel bad about this.
He has a book open, and you see he's kind of got his head in one hand as he's looking down at it.
She'll walk up to the porch. Porch?
It's an awning-covered deck with lots of tables underneath it.
Like knock on one of the poles that kind of supports the beam just to catch his attention.
Yeah, he looks up and says, "Oh, hey there."
Hi. You said we could talk later,
Of course.
and is now a good time?
He kind of glances over your shoulder at across the
know.
street.
Yeah.
Tess is like crouched over, and he says, "Is it?"
Do you want to just go for a little run and see if we can lose her?
How about we go inside? That'll be a safer decision, I think.
Yeah, okay. I know she's only doing it because she's worried.
Uh-huh. Right. Did you not tell them that you were coming to talk to me?
No, they're all kind of doing their own thing, so.
All right. First, okay, before anything else, Claudia, you gotta at least communicate with your team just a little.
Oh my god.
You're not doing anything
Okay.
wrong.
Okay.
There's nothing to be
Okay.
ashamed of.
I'm not ashamed. Maybe a little embarrassed. Can we just go inside, please?
Right. After you. And he opens the
As
door.
she goes a step inside, she'll turn around and wave at Tess. Do like a
Also, like,
shooing
I-
motion. Go away.
She's gonna be like,
Okay. You watch as Claudia and Thomas
Claudia.
go into the building.
she will at least kind of wander away from the building. Like, she doesn't want to eavesdrop on their conversation, but like, the fuck was she gonna let Claudia wander away by herself after we lost 2 people in 3 days, Claudia?
Yeah, it's not so hard to just be like, hey guys, I'm gonna go talk to somebody.
I'm allowed to have a private life.
Yeah, you can. You don't have to say
I
where
say,
you're
"Hey,
going.
I'm gonna go talk to somebody, not just randomly fucking
Claudia's
disappearing. You're gonna
18
get
years
this
old.
ice cream and come back.
I feel like she's got it enough from Thomas.
Thanks, guys. I get it.
The inside of the End's Watch it's kind of cozy. There's a kitchen immediately inside the door, and to the right is a long counter with a number of stools. You see Solite is in the kitchen, and Thomas says, "Hey, can we have a minute?" And Solite looks at the two of you and says, "Okay, we'll be outside." And she steps out the door, and Thomas will sit at the long counter, and he'll look at you.
Right.
Mm.
Okay. I asked you how you were feeling the day that I changed.
Hey?
You said you were scared, and I said I understood that, but I asked if there was more, and then you said there was, but Gideon and Tess were there. And we said we'd pick up on this later, so I want to know how you're doing.
Watching somebody's first change is always terrifying. And I'm not gonna lie, we had a good time at the night with the caravan. I wanted to get to know you more. I wanted to talk to you more, spend time with you, learn what's in that red head of yours. And then there was the concern that you were going to be gone, or what was in that head would be gone, lost to the madness that is this curse. So it was terrifying. I am glad that it didn't go as bad as it could. There was definitely a moment there where I thought you were gone. And I had, well, I guess begun mourning, if you know what I mean. We've lost a lot over the last couple days. Your brother, Lilibel. I knew Lilibel really well. She had always been there to help when we were out in the woods. Any time we might have gotten caught by the Moon Clan, any time that a raid or a scout had gone foul, we could always count on Lilibel to look out for us, to use the forest to hide us. And then suddenly, all this bullshit's happening, and she's gone. Just like that. And it was a reminder that this curse is just that. That it can take a life just as easily as it can change them. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do. Because, like you said, there was a moment where it felt like I did lose. Or I was really close to it.
Aye. So I've been keeping a close eye on you to make sure that, well, that the madness didn't take you. I'm not really well educated in the difference between inherited and bitten lycanthropy. Old Knuckle knows all about that. But when someone's bit, there's always a chance that they can get turned, and they can't turn back, not of their own choice.
Really?
Really?
Like you?
I don't know. I don't know if I was bitten. I've been this way since I was a baby.
Able to change?
Aye. And I was an orphan when Solite found me. So this, this being my home and knowing that it can be dangerous for all that live here, it's hard to find myself caring about someone and then seeing them almost get taken away right after I've met them and begin to, well, care for them. So I kind of checked out, as if to make the pain less terrible. But then you were fine.
How do you feel now?
Well, better. You're sitting here across from me and there's no sense of madness in that head of yours. At
Not
least,
the wolf kind.
not you. Aye. you do have some terrible ideas. Listen. You can trust us. You can trust your friends. You can rely on them. You know that, right?
Actually, funny, I had to tell Jericho that a lot.
Well,
I
maybe.
didn't think I needed to hear it.
I think you do, just a little.
Speaking of terrible ideas,
Yes?
I think we're gonna meet with Vera tomorrow.
I heard. Soleil told me.
And nobody wants me to go alone like she asked.
Can you blame them?
No. But I'm a little... I have a feeling about how everyone just kind of decided that I wouldn't, without even asking me how I felt about it.
You think they made the choice for you?
Kind of.
I can understand how that would rub you the wrong way. How about this? You do it their way this time. But you tell them that was a shitty thing to do. And they'll understand.
Something communication.
The most important part of any team is communication. I mean, fuck, it's hard to talk to Shelby, but I still try to. She wanted to rip Villain's neck out yesterday, by the way.
Yeah. She's still mad?
Oh, yeah. I'd give her a couple days at best.
Velen or all of us?
It's... Villain. She said she could kiss Artie for him fucking leaving when she said.
Oh, I should tell him that. I think he'll be very pleased to hear. I think he has a bit of a crush on her.
Oh, dear.
Is that a bad thing?
I've seen that last tear men up.
Literally?
Emotionally.
I think he could use that. You know? Like, I don't think he's felt real human emotion before.
Then by all means tell him to pursue it wholeheartedly. And we'll all be here to catch the fallout.
Communicate. I will do that. And I just wanted to know how you felt about Vera.
Well, from what I've seen, she cares for her own. She's careful. She doesn't take battles that she doesn't think she can win. Which is everything I've just said is the opposite of her counterpart, Raynor. I've been watching them for a while. She was always the one informing their decisions as to how they split up, how they hid, where their camps were. And she was always good at shaking me. Shaking Shelby as well. We had a hard time keeping track of her. I think she's smart. But I don't believe that she's unnecessarily cruel. I think she's looking out for her own. I see her much the way I see Soleil. Two sides of the same coin.
Right. I just think everybody in my group is unwilling to believe that there might be good and bad people.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? It's hard to tell who's bad and who's not, aside from what you already assume. I don't believe Vera's a bad person. I believe she thinks differently. I do believe Raynor's a bad person.
So do I.
I believe many of Vera's followers might be misguided. I believe we can be misguided too. It's easy to get confused. Like, how confusing is it to see a dinosaur and hear run?
Speak on that, I wasn't there.
I am grateful you weren't there. Aye. No one should face a cursor. Anyway, before you go flouncing off back to work with your team, can I get you dinner down at the lodge?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. I need to take a break from reading anyway. And Thomas will escort you down to the Cedarkin Lodge.
Hey, boy.
Cute.
That's fucking right. It's puppy love.
Tess
Claudia,
is
you
not
offering
there.
a pay?
What? What'd you
You
say?
taking him on a date? You offering a pay?
He asked me.
Ooh. Always offer. They'll never accept it anyways.
Thanks for teaching me this etiquette. I'll try it out sometime.
Anyway, as Claudia finds herself occupied, is there anything anybody else is doing before we wrap it up for tonight's session?
Tess goes make sure that she's not there for the whole conversation. She makes sure that they're talking safely in the lodge.
So
and
Light
then she
comes
goes-
out the door and just makes eye contact with you.
Essa is going.
She nods and then just goes about her business on the other side of the station.
Tess goes back to the house, sets up her tent, crawls inside, and cries.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, do you come tell Gideon that you saw where she went?
Oh, yeah, that first.
Thank you.
Crying.
Are we doing like
She's
a
fine.
rest of the day wrap up? Because I have just one thing I would want to do.
Sure. What is it?
I am going to turn my all-purpose tools into an alchemical kit, and I'm going to start brewing that 5 potions worth of
But don't we?
soda weed.
You will get
Oh.
2 potions by the end of the night.
Okay.
Didn't you give half of that to Neo, who
think I
got
did.
swallowed?
Yeah, I think I did.
I
What
have
a dodo weed!
I have enough for 5
Saddest
potions,
part.
is what I wrote down. So if you had it, you put it in your inventory. I don't know.
I don't remember if there was 10 and I got half, or if
Hang on, let me look.
I
let me
remember
look.
I got some.
Where is it? F. Dote.
Did you get some, or did Neo get some?
Neo
No.
got some.
Oh,
That's what
that's
I-
in the dinosaur's belly.
Yeah,
That's
I-
it.
I
Hopefully
found
being
enough.
indigestion.
I found enough for 5 potions. I remember giving it to Artie, maybe to Neo too. So maybe you have
Yeah,
enough.
I remember I got 2. I think 2. of
Okay,
them.
so I have
You
3's
have
worth.
3. Yeah.
I just wrote 5 because I was told
Okay.
that.
You begin that process, you'll be able to finish brewing 2 by the time you should begin to consider a long rest. Essa, you've been trying to say you were doing something?
Oh yeah, just Essa's gonna put up the dome when it's time for sleep and sprawl out in the dome.
In the house?
Nope, outside, up against the trees. The Liam's tiny hut's gonna be the color of the trees.
Okay. And
I
Velen?
thought we were gonna do that at the bench, at the bridge.
But we're taking a long rest tonight, is what I assumed.
We were
Because we're
supposed to
meeting
call.
them tomorrow.
We were supposed to use a spell slot to call.
Oh,
Vera,
yeah.
renegotiate. Maybe we could save that for next session.
All right.
We can handle. We
Vel-
can hatch this out
Okay.
next session.
Because
Beginning
Velen's
of
idea
session.
was to use her cast of Liam's tiny hut at the.
Now we have
At the
2
bridge.
fuckers with Liam's tiny hut. We could
Yeah.
double hut,
You can make a
guys.
pair of
Yeah,
titties.
but that would be a waste of.
We could make a
third-level
pair of
spell slots.
titties.
What?
That's why you
Well, if
ritual
we're going to
cast
sleep
it.
in the
What do you mean?
yeah,
Yeah, ritual
don't-
cast it.
I don't think I have a ritual cast for that.
Yes, you do.
Oh, you should.
yes, you do. He says.
Bard.
I'm looking at my spell list. It doesn't.
Liam and
It doesn't
Tiny
have
Hut
the
is a
art tag
ritual
on
No, it
spell.
does. It does have a ritual cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, as we will continue this next session, lastly, Gideon, is there anything you're doing before we wrap it?
Yes. If no one else will, I'm gonna get the burlap and take that fucking chest of rotting fish and drag it out far enough into the
you got
woods
Okay.
where it can decompose in peace.
All right.
So
I'll
we're
pop
not going to
my-
burn it. Okay.
I'll pop my head out of my
Decompose
my chest, and I'll pop my head out of my
Tears streaming
tent,
down your
and
face.
yeah, still like eyes still kind of red, and can't help you carry it out to wherever you're carrying it.
I mean,
It
I'll
doesn't.
see that and tell you it's fine. I got it. You just get some.
Let me keep
I will
you,
help, even
let me
though I
keep
have
you
the strength of
company.
a noodle.
Let me keep you company. Let's just all do this together, please. It will make me feel better.
All right.
I hug Tess.
Oh, thanks, Villain.
Okay, you don't need to
I am
roll to move
useless
this
at helping.
chest. It's
I don't need to roll to hug Tess.
you don't need to roll for that either. It's just a
Uncontested
thing that you do.
grapple.
Okay, then. As we wrap up this session of the Lodge at Endsmeet, as you all handle your downtime, you've gotten a new house. Well, an old new house. You found a
The
few interesting
fixer-upper.
things. We will wrap the session up here. And so, as always, we end the session with a player vote for who they players think deserves an inspiration for something cool or funny or inspirational that they did. We're going to start at the bottom of the list, Simic. Who do you think deserved an inspiration?
The person who gets my inspiration is Claudia for several reasons, including one being freaking out over the noose, 2 sneaking away, 3 realizing she's caught and just waving it at Tess.
Bye, Mom. Thanks for dropping me off.
Pretty much.
All right. Sal.
I'm gonna give it to Artie because I thought that the RP with Tess when he gave her the quiver was so sweet.
Don't
cry. Don't ruin this for me.
So that's my vote.
Okay. Emily.
I mean, I can't. I'm gonna not give it to Artie. How can I not? He gave me a present, and also he was just in fine form tonight. I thought. I mean, I had written down since the beginning of the session because I don't want us to forget it. Artie, she's a wolf. Claudia, Artie, that's rude. Artie, he's a snake. Like, just the
Not the same
jokes.
thing.
The jokes this session, Artie was just so himself, and it was so clear. And also, thank you for the present. I'm as a player also very touched. Thank you.
It was your birthday gift.
Yes.
I didn't
Now
even
we
think
have-
about that.
Now we have two really awesome bows in the party.
Pen.
I'm gonna give it to Artie.
Okay.
Honestly, because every time he sees Tarly, he says, "I love you," and I just love that. I love how confused Tarly's like,
I don't.
"What
He
happened?"
genuinely means that. He
And
loves
you just running
Charlie.
by every time you have a thought, and opening the door, saying something to him, and then keep going is just also amazing.
Okay. Hellfrog.
Oh no. Why
It's
am I
that
never
time.
ready for this moment?
It's always coming. It's like a train.
I
that
know.
you
I
just
know.
Don't step out of the tracks.
Ugh. I can't. Not all the frogs are fast enough.
Just one at a time. Rabbit. Rabbit. Rabbit.
Oh my gosh. Well, since it was kind of a toss-up, I'm actually going to give it to Essa because of Essa's RP of charming the little fucking mouse and summoning truth and being so good to him. I did not expect the Snake Man Wizard to be such a fucking friend of the animals, and it's adorable.
He is an animal.
Very, very cute. Very cute.
Fair enough. And
Little
lastly,
mouse that sleeps on his shoulder. So cute.
Dooch.
I'm going to give it, and it's funny because I knew who I was going to pick from the beginning, and you didn't go to me first. I'm actually picking
You
Gideon.
never know. You never
I know, I don't. I did this time.
Okay.
I'm picking Gideon for a long-term reason this time, and it just little things
Playing the long
showed
con.
the nuances of just his mannerisms. The way he talks is super fluent for like who Gideon is, and to play opposite sex is not easy. Like I wouldn't be able to play a female character that easy. Maybe I would, but just the
Well, gotta
nuances,
try it.
especially in the mayor's office, the little things that he says. I love it. Plays very well.
Ew, that is
Yeah,
so
It's
it's
really,
just like a
he's
natural
really well
RP.
realized.
Yeah, very much so.
All right.
Aw.
The best dad.
Dooch, you've earned an inspiration point for your performance this session. This was a lot of fun. As always, I had a great time, and I look forward to playing with you guys, not next week, but the following. So, enjoy your Wednesday off. Maybe you go have a good time or do something interesting, and I will...
You know where I'll be.
We're in a good position to do text RP, though, so
That's true.
Yes, it's true.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah,
Good
it's
night,
great.
everyone.
Good
Catch you
night.
all